Hello, everyone. Sorry, my things are a little messed up. Ah! Okay, is it good? Are things too loud? If they are, tell me. Wait. Okay. I don't think you could have seen what I was just seeing, but I saw what I was seeing, and I know what I saw. Anyways, congrats to Shuri Dude for being first. And yeah, we're back at it again. All right. And you may be looking at the number. You should know where this is going. Fuck, I wasn't first. No, you, for once, the first was actually claimed immediately. Oh, a bit loud? It's quieter now. Complain again if you want. Anyways, my counter. Okay, let it be known that I called it. If we recall last time, you know, meow, 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 back in the memory, I probably said something along the lines of, I know goddamn well my first phase is gonna be a Pidgey. So of course, imagine my shock when I see this yellow-ass bird scrolling across my screen after like 700 encounters. I was laughing. I'm like, all right, that's funny. I'll allow it, but only this one time. She doesn't have a nickname because I was mashing the B button. But her name is Prophecy. Just pretend like she has a nickname and I wasn't mashing the B button. That happened 2 times, by the way. Anyways, as you can see, I'm at about 2,000 encounters. I can do about 1,000 in like 4 or so. Maybe we'll get to 2,000. Probably not. We might get close. I don't expect to see something today because all things considered, I've been getting absurdly lucky just in terms of how many like I've gotten numbers wise. Also, this happened last night. I thought I was losing my mind. I thought my brain was melting out of my ears. So, you know, you see nidoran female 1% of the time, yeah? I see a nidoran scrolling across my screen. I'm like, fine. I haven't seen one in a while. Makes sense. And I run away from it, and I do my next encounter. What scrolls across my screen but another nidoran female? And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Because I'm like, wait, did I even run from the first one? Is this the same one? Because for context, a double 1%, if I've done my math correctly, which is just multiplying 100 by 100, that's a 1 in 10,000 chance. So I'm like, okay, well, we're 1,000 encounters in. I'm under odds for a shiny, and I'm under odds for the 1 in 10,000 double nidoran female in a row. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm glad I was recording it, I guess. So I run from it, and I'm running in the grass, and my next encounter, and what scrolls across my screen? What scrolls across my screen? But a third nidoran female. And I'm laughing. I'm like, what's going on? Because if we do the math, the complicated math of what I think is correct in this instance, you multiply 100 by 100 by 100, so 100 cubed. That's a 1 in a million. And then a fourth. No. Could you imagine if a fourth one showed up? I'd start crying. What would that even be? What's 100 times a million? What's it even called when something is like to the 4th power? Because you have squared and you have cubed. A cube doesn't have 3 sides, you dingus. 100 million. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. That was a dumb question. But 100 times 100 is not 100,000. So I'm like, it's probably not a 100 mil. No, it is. When numbers get really big, you underestimate how big they are. Like you think, oh, a billion can't be that much bigger than a trillion yet, or than 1 million. 1 billion cannot be bigger than 1 million. It is very a lot. It goes up exponentially. Or maybe not exponentially. Curve go up faster. It's fine. I got three nidoran female. One in a million, baby. This file is kind of cursed, I think. Now it has me worried for what the easier hunts will be. I just want my silly goobers to be different colors. I'm fully expecting this phase to go over odds because, once again, despite everything, my average for all the shinies that I've got is probably like 2,000 or 3,000, like 2.3k, because we have two 5,000s. We have one under 1k and two in the 1k range. So, what now? EV reset 247104. I think that would be legitimately the longest full odds ever recorded. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I know, oh god, I forget who. I'm like, someone went to like 70k or something absurd for a Registeel? It was one of the Reggies. I think it was Registeel. I'm actually not sure what the longest is. I'm gonna have to look it up now. All right, one-handed go. Oh yeah, I figured out how to do this one-handed to let me run. I have a candle resting on the B button of my second Joy-Con, and I have my first Joy-Con. But it means that I cannot press the B button on the other one because it's being held down. So if I accidentally click on a move, I won't be able to back out without lifting the candle and putting it back down. Oh yeah, I open up my phone and I go to my internet and I see Peter Griffin doing the silly death pose. Why? Because you'll never guess what I freaking did today. I decided, all right, we need to hunker down. We need to make this goddamn thumbnail for the stupid VOD that nobody's gonna watch. And I'm like, fuck it. Family Guy death pose. I don't know what else to do for this. I haven't worked on this piece. I'm capturing the vibe of what will happen if you click on it. And I'm not putting it on screen because I see things that I would change about it, and I'm like, ugh. Ugh. This thing is annoying me. I mean, change to the design incoming. The anatomy is pissing me off. Everything is pissing me off. You know what is especially pissing me off? The fact that I still haven't scheduled this goddamn pre-op. Oh, and it's stressing me out. It's stressing me out. Because I finally got the email that's like, all right, here's the numbers you need to call to, like, pay the hospital and the anesthesiologist. And make sure you have everything submitted 2 months prior. Which, once again, is on April 3rd. So I have a little bit, but I'm like, I'm scared. That's so close. Surely everything will work out. And it's the pessimist inside of me that's like, no. Longest shiny hunt recorded. Oh my god, I don't want no fucking AI results. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm clicking on the first thing, and it is on a website called, Vintage is the New Old World? Or Vintage is the New World. Sorry, my bad. And, oh, it was updated in 2023, so kind of recent. Long's games finished the longest shiny hunt that's ever been recorded. There's a typo in the first sentence, which was a shiny Ralts in Emerald, and Ralts is not spelled correctly. Finishing at 240,000... Wait, that doesn't even make sense. It says 240,789. So is it 2 million? Wait, but is it that number for the Ralts? I'm looking for phases, actually. What is the longest phase ever? Okay, this website sucks, actually. What is the hardest Pokemon to shiny hunt? And the first thing is Authentic Sinistea. Yeah, 240,000. No, but there's 7 digits. 2407289. Is that not 7? I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for phases. Like how long you go without seeing an singular shiny, not about getting your target. Because if we, that's 2 million. Yeah, but this thing is a bunch of typos, so I'm not sure if I trust it. And also, they're just lying. Like Dusk Form Lycanroc, that's not a hard hunt. You just need to have it. You can Masuda it. Authentic Sinistea, when you can go, what is it? Jirachi. Literally Jirachi. Aren't those resets super fucking long? Manaphy. Why isn't Manaphy here? Those resets are long as hell. If you don't do Ace. If you do Ace, they're... Dynamo? Yeah, okay, this website sucks. Is Dexerto going to be better? 2022? I don't know if I trust it. Shiny World Record. See, but that's not correct. Shiny Lugia in 20k? The humble 70k Registeel? Okay, this sucks. GamesLearningSociety.org in 2025. What do they think? Okay, wait, no, they also have this... they also spelt Ralts incorrectly, but they have the attempts at 200k, 240,728. But it's kind of worded in the same way as the other thing. Is this AI generated? Yeah, 30 other shinies? Like, I'm sorry, 30 phases. I'm like, okay, whatever. What about a 1%? I'm looking for 1%. Ralts is like a 5. Global is Cerebi.net reliable? No. This one person in 2011 talking about their pan monkeys being at over 100,000 random encounters. But that's not that. I'm looking for faces! Also, let it be known, I'm so sorry to Cerebi. I got beef with that website. Why is it so impossible to navigate? Why would you ever use Cerebi for anything? That's what I'm trying to say. Why would you ever use it for anything when it sucks so bad to use? I'm sorry. Huh? Okay, no, this is what I'm looking for. I think it's called shinyhunters.com. That's so funny. On their Shiny Hunts records, the longest hunt that they have... This feels fake. That number is too good. Logie Bear 2107. Shiny Giratina at 848484. 848,484. That feels so fake. But if it's true, it's funny. And then the next is oh wait. It doesn't say what it is. Their profile picture is just Giratina. Ignore me, ignore me, ignore me. And why is there like no good thing on this? This is pissing me off. Surely with all the insane people who do this, it has to be slightly better documented. And then, now I'm just getting mad at articles. What is the hardest shiny to find? Authentic Sinistea. It literally can't be true, because even if we're talking about Glimwood Tangle, 1%, isn't it a 1%? 1% Authentic Sinistea at the 4096 chance. That literally cannot be the rarest when you have 1% in 8192 games. When you have things that are rarer, like specific unknowns in Gen 3, because of how, like, they're generated based on your PID, some unknowns are objectively rarer than others, and your shiny chance will be lower than 8192. So I'm just like, damn, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Rah! Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. I care. No, this is the same fucking thing. They're saying the same shit. I got beef with Antique Dynasty now. $13K in the Great Marsh. That's kind of me-coded. Except I did 11K. And you know what? That's what I'm not annoyed. I'm not like mad at like newer shiny hunters, but being like, man, I only did like 2,000 resets and I haven't gotten it. Do you know what the odds are? You're not even close, my friend. Objectively speaking, the rarest shiny to get would be a repeat spin to shiny in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Well, if you want me to put on my nerd glasses, if you have an early shiny frame, because of how Emerald specifically works, you could get the exact same shiny Spinda very easily. I guess not even if you had an early shiny frame, it's just if you were able to land on the same frame, which you would be able to, because it's Emerald, and it has weird RNG. Okay, but randomly, I figured. But, like, yes. But I don't... When people start taking Spinda into account, it's like, okay, yeah, sure. But that's not what we're talking about. Anyway, my longest shiny hunt is gonna be this one, and I'm gonna go to 30K. Stop. I'm so pissed. Why am I only seeing this goddamn site pop up? Slowpoke hell. Me IRL. I'm in bird hell, actually. Okay, no, I need to know who got the 70K Registeel. Just because we're talking about them. Oh no, I'm not getting it. I'm getting Pokemon Go. No! This sucks. I'm getting streams. I know the one I'm talking about. Bird. I think I remember a video that it was mentioned in. We're looking. Oh god, this sucks. Oh, wait a minute. You can get Regigigas and Swish? Did I know this? Raise your hand. Who's done that? It would probably need you to have all of them like the previous games. Okay, that would be a fun hunt, though. More specifically, if you did... Not even in Swish. If you hunted the level 1-1 in Platinum, that would be silly. Because it would be swag strats. It would be like like how the Sinjo Ruins, whatever you pick, is objectively cooler than any other iteration of Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina, because it's level 1. That's the only level 1 you're ever going to get. Unless they bring it back in new games. I want to do that hunt so bad, but I know that it'll take for freaking ever. Speaking of things with long-ass hunts! See, you can't say Dialga, Palkia, Giratina are hard because of that, but you can say that that hunt is... Well, it's not hard. You just gotta watch a long-ass cutscene. Like a long cutscene. It's at least 5 minutes total, maybe? I don't know. Meow. Bird. And I know I don't expect to see something today, but like it would be really cool. be really cool and epic. Okay, okay. Wait, I see it. This came out a year ago? Holy schmoly. File. I don't want to see the goddamn JPEG. I want to see the video. Who made this? Oh, Adaf. I've heard of him. Okay, but what was the number? Who found that silly little Reggie still, please? I'm gonna be skipping through this video. I need to know. I hecking love numbers. And I know how to count. My phone is being annoying. Phone, spare me. What if I just, like, on this, I also hunted all the legendary birds? Even though I don't really care for them, except for Zapdos. And I only care for Zapdos because I randomly decided to shiny hunt it in Ultramoon. Because I think the reason why I did it is because it was the only legendary I had that I had not caught by that point. Which is weird because I also hadn't caught all the Ultra Beasts. Because when I was setting up to, like, get Celesteela, if you do Ultra Beast hunts in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, encounter the Ultra Beast once before and then find them again so you won't have to watch the little cutscene that happens before then, and your resets will be faster. Which is annoying if you want to find Guzzlord, but, like, just get lucky. Just get lucky, you silly goose. Okay, what? Oh my god, yes, shininess is determined by DVs in Gen 2. Technically also in Gen 1, but shininess isn't a trait that appears. But if it has the DVs, it will be shiny in Gen 2. I want to see the number. I'm so sorry, Adaf. I don't want to see you hunting this Aeron. Like 12 minutes in. What am I? Okay, there's an Aggron. Good for it. Shiny Aggron is pretty swag. Aggron is just kind of swag. All right. What is this big view spike? Oh, I see it. It's at the end of the video. Spare me. We have 70K. But what number was it specifically? Sorry, I know that nobody else cares. Wait. Hold. Okay, 70,908 by the Supreme Arcanines. Okay. We finally got there. That was way too distracting of a tangent. I know it was probably a while ago. But congrats on the silly big number. Part of me wants to get a big number, if only because big number funny. But thinking about it in terms of time, I'm like, can we not do that? Can we do that when I can at least move around most of Kanto? That's what I want. I don't want to be trapped in the first areas for very long. At least with the other ones, if I don't want to be there, I could go somewhere else. If I don't want to reset for Eevee, although I think that one will actually be pretty fine, if only because the soft reset combo is nice. But like if I hate hunting Venonat, we can go look for Growlithe. And I think it's about goddamn time because I wanted to hunt Growlithe for like ever. But the thing that I would want to hunt it in would be Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but it's a Heart Gold exclusive because they hate me. Sorry, Vulpix fans. Wait, actually, is Vulpix the version exclusive in that game, or is it Meowth? Meow. Well, that was another statistically really early shiny. I got a Radar Meowth in the Trophy Garden in either Pearl or Platinum, Gen 4, who cares? At like a chain of 11, which was kind of nifty. And I YOLO'd it because I'm like, all right, I wanted it for pickup, specifically for pickup. And I'm like, I'm just going to trust that this thing is pickup and not runaway, and she did. And her name is Embezzlement. Because fun fact launching. In Generation 4. At least in Diamond Pearl Platinum, I assume the same is true of Heart Gold Soul Silver, you can pick up Earthquake TMs if your pickup mon is above level 90. Low battery. How? Is it not plugged in? It should be. Why are you low battery? Well, if my Switch turns off, I guess I gotta end. Actually, can I just check? It's at 1%. Maybe it's for my Joy-Cons, because they've been on. I can deal with that. Oh. Oh. Is this one dead? Am I gonna have to two-hand the one Joy-Con? Oh, no, we're fine. Anyways, that was a fun side quest. I need to get back on the stupid ribbon grind, but every time I think about it, I go, I don't wanna. Resetting for your ally trainers sucks way too much. But yeah, anyway, I did it because you only get one Earthquake TM per game. Oh, there's a good chance it was in Pearl because my childhood Pearl copy has like 0 TMs left because I used all of them. And Garchomp does not get Earthquake by level up for some reason. And Metagross doesn't gain it by level up, so I'm like, well, shit. I either get battle points so I can... It's either buy a TM or, like, tutor it, but I'm like, I need it for the Battle Tower. I can't do Battle Tower to get the move that I need to do Battle Tower. Let me just do Pickup, because it's a 1 in 1,000, I think, because it's a 1% drop, but Pickup only triggers 10% of the time, so it's a 10 times 100, which is 10,000. Wait, no, wait, sorry. My math. It's rare. I feel like I'm lying. Wait, 10... I swear to God the odds were 1,000. Which would make sense. Because if it was 1 in 10,000, that would be ridiculous. Okay, yeah, 10 times 100 is 1,000. Ignore me, I'm bad at math. So of course, we had to play the game. What happens first? Earthquake TM or Shiny, or Leftovers, because Leftovers is also 1%, and it's funny, because I also needed that for my Suicune. The answer is I got an Earthquake TM. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. I need to lift up my candle. Yeah, I got my Earthquake TM, then I found a Shiny Beautifly, I think, and that was pretty cool. And then I found a Leftovers, and then I found another Earthquake. I wouldn't recommend doing this, because it's pretty slow, but it is cool. And it also helped me, oh wait, I was gonna say it helped me level up my Meowth. No, she had to be level 90 before we did all that. It helped me level up all of my Ribbon Mons to level 100, or at least a few of them. Some of them still aren't. But it's fine, because it's rounded up to level 50 for Battle Tower anyway. Battle Tower sucks. Every time someone says that they want Battle Frontier to come back, I feel a chill run down my spine. I'm scared. Palmer and I have eternal beef, actually. I have no qualms with the Hoenn ones because I've not touched it. I've only heard scary things about it. Which is... I still don't believe y'all when you say that you want the Hoenn Battle Frontier back. Because I look at some of these and I'm like, you want to play Battle Pyramid for fun? You want to play Battle... Is it Castle or Palace? You want to play that one for fun? You want to play Battle Pike for fun? No, you don't. You're lying. Yes, I realize that you're probably talking about the other facilities. But I'm like, well, in Generation 4, they had less facilities. which means that you didn't get all the shitty ones. Okay, but genuinely, what were they thinking with the Battle Palace / Castle, whatever the heck it is, where you can't pick your moves, but it's based on nature? And because it's based on your nature, you think that, like, oh, you know, maybe they would be nice. Maybe they would be nice. And make the good natures, like, decent. No, most of them are shit. They're bad. They're awful. So you have your perfectly trained Latios, modest nature, and it'll do bad. Because it'll only want to pick support moves. Fine, bring back Pokemon Battle Revolution. See, that's what I'm saying. You want the Battle Tower, you want the Battle Factory. Just say you want the Battle Tower and the Battle Factory. Don't talk up Hoenn Battle Frontier when you are not going to touch half of those facilities, probably more. And let it be noted, if they brought Battle Frontier back, I think it would be a good thing. I just want people to form their own opinions. Because to me, it definitely reads like I can't form my own opinionitis. Sorry. They pissed off my blanket. I needed to grab a pillow. Me lean too forward. Mankey. If I get a Mankey, I'm gonna be mad. Rah! I'm gonna be the Mankeys that destroy your house after they build it in Blue Rescue Team. Also Red Rescue Team, I guess. But of course, optimally, I will just get a shiny Nidoran male under odds, and I will be able to leave. And we can go through Mount Moon, and it'll be so wonderful. Wait, that's what's coming up, right? It's Mount Moon? I'll be completely honest with y'all. I don't know shit about Kanto. My knowledge of Kanto is so low. Because probably when I started playing Pokemon, it was in the Gen 4 era, yeah? So I just missed these games. And then I had them in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but they're not the same. The first time I played a Kanto game was the virtual console release of Blue. Red and Blue, but I had Blue. And I don't even remember when that was released, so around whenever that was released. And then Let's Go, but I feel like Let's Go doesn't count. Bank. Okay, now that Ralts thing is making me even more mad. Oh, 240k for Ralts. Surely that can't be the longest thing ever recorded. I'm thinking about the legendary bird respawns that can happen in Let's Go. Because after you catch a bird, there is a very, 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 I think it's 1 in 1,000 chance that one of the legendary birds will just spawn in the air with all the Charizards and the Dragonites or whatever. And thinking about what a nightmare it would be to catch combo them, because I remember seeing someone who had caught like a shiny Articuno that way. And it's like, wait, you can fucking do that? You can catch multiple Articuno? Yeah, you can catch multiple of all of them. The only thing you can't get a dupe of is Mewtwo, I think, unless you can, in which case I'm a freaking liar. But who even likes Mewtwo? Who even likes shiny Mewtwo? It's green. It's icky, yucky green. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, green likers. I'm not that sorry, though. Every time a shiny that I like evolves into something that's green, it's like a minute is chipped off of my life. You're not forgiven? Oh no. Sorry for having my objectively correct opinion about colors. Don't look at my team in Legend ZA. Because what? My Meganium is green. My shiny Alpha Dragonite is green. My Furfrou is caught in a green ball. Does that count? Kind of, not really. My Electros is green. They're all green or orange. I'm sorry. I don't know why I have such a vendetta against the colors green and orange. Well, orange, I know why I have... I know why I have a vendetta against orange. And it's because I don't like drawing with orange. It might be the same with green. I don't like drawing with those colors because they don't go very well with a lot of other colors. I guess orange is more generous in that regard, but I feel like at that point it's like, well, why don't I just use yellow, which is way better. Who even likes orange? Helpy. Why is the shell on shiny Squirtle line green? Ugly green. Ugly green. Purple and green, looking like the Joker. Why would they do that to you, my lovely little turtle? And the other two. Why would they make that monkey green? This is just me being mad about Dragonite. Because I would have hunted Dragonite. I would have hunted it if it wasn't green. And I didn't just use one. And it would have been a much easier hunt than than Venomoth because it's a soft reset, so I wouldn't phase. And it's cheaper in Fire Red. I guess on the flip side, Porygon is more expensive, but oh well. It makes me sad because, well, what if I wanted to evolve it? I can't. I can't trade. I guess in exchange, I've always wanted to do the soft reset Porygon in Platinum because I love Porygon Z. Porygon Z is the silliest one to me. It got a virus. It's sick. Help! Help it! I love that thing. But no, you have to freaking trade it. I will forever be mad that you have to local trade with this, because I'm like, well, damn, even if they do re-release Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and you can complete the decks on the Switch, I wouldn't be able to do it, because I wouldn't be able to trade. Lame. And that's why I never, ever, 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 ever completed any dexes in any older games. I simply don't think it's realistic. Which is it's arguably the best thing about the games having restricted dexes, is that it's actually feasible to complete them. Of course, you need, like, online, but... You know, honestly, even if you don't, you can have home. You can use it for free, and you can probably get the trait evolutions that way. And as much as I hate raids, because I hate raids, you can find trait evolutions in raids. At least so you can in Scarlet and Violet. I forget if you can in Swish. That's how I got my Finizen, because, oh god, that was such a pain. But yeah, I think it seems like it would be fun, but I'm like, I know I wouldn't be able to complete it. And in all of the older games, there's like none of them where you can complete the decks just contained in the game. You need at least like a previous gen game or a game from a different region. Like if you wanted to complete the Platinum decks, you would at least need Heart Gold, Soul Silver, if not Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Because I don't know, just off the top of my head, the Gen 3 starters You only get them after you beat all of Kanto. And you might even have to beat Red. And you get one. One per save. Hello. Hi, Leap. You're here and I'm not about to end. Welcome. Low battery? Yeah, I know my Joy-Cons are low battery. Look, if it shuts off, I will literally have the dock in front of me with my Joy-Cons in the Switch. I want to get this rat. I want those encounters to go up. Uppies. Me want blue rat. I call it rat. I am coming to terms with it is a rabbit because I looked it up after stream. And there was one of the things on Bulbapedia that it said it looked like. I apologize, I forget the name. But if you look under the Bulbapedia page for Nidoran Male and you go to the trivia, it's there. They said it looked like some Arabic mythical creature that was basically a rabbit with a unicorn horn. And I'm like, okay, that's literally the same thing. Fair enough. It's rabbit. Do you press a button every time you do an encounter, or is it automatic? I press it on my keyboard. So you might be able to hear it sometimes if I press it really loudly. Or, like, hard. I can set it up to be automatic, but I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, I just have my Joy-Con by the arrow key, and I just press it. So if I accidentally double count or forget to count one, oh well. I just think keeping track of the number is interesting. I don't care about it exactly. I also need you to know every single time a Nidoran female has scrolled across the screen, I get scared. I get scared that A, I'm gonna encounter another one right after it, which would be really funny if it happened twice. But I'm like, please don't be purple, please don't be purple, please. Even though you can see it, that's one cool thing about these games. You can see it scrolling across the screen and you're probably gonna be able to tell. Especially because, unlike the newer games, a lot of the more subtle shinies aren't actually that subtle anymore. Like Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff in the newer games, its shiny sucks ass. You can barely tell the difference because the pink is so desaturated, so white, basically. It's almost white that they look the same. But in this one, the pink is so much more red and the shiny is so much more purple that it's very obvious. And of course you have the eye-changing color. Burb. Even something with like Zapdos, you can very clearly see that its beak will be like a carrot. It'll be carrot colored. Its feet will also be carrot colored. The only thing that could go wrong is I see a Nidoran male, and for some reason I think it's a Nidoran female, despite their poses being very different, and the shades of blue are also very different. Nidoran's blue is much more green. Maybe that's why it sucks. Maybe that's why its shiny turns green. I've seen my brother get a shiny before, and I saw him gasp before the Pokemon even fully appeared. Yeah, no, that's happened to me for basically all of my shinies, because you see it scrolling across the screen, and you know it's different. Especially if you've seen thousands of them. Like, I've seen way too many of these rats to not recognize that that one's a little different. And it's different in games where it's like you get the grass animation and they just appear. Mamke. I downloaded this game on my 3DS, and you'll never guess what I haven't done. The answer is, open it. I haven't opened it, and I'm not planning on opening it, because my friend has officially started reading Land of the Lustrous, and I'm like, I gotta finish this before they do. I have to. Where is season 2, you fucks? I've been saying that for over 10 fucking years at this point. I think, no, actually, I think it is 10 years at this point. I've been saying, Studio Orange, where is Land of the Lustrous season 2? Stop making B-Stars. In parentheses, no, don't stop. I like B-Stars, please. I just want this other show. What is this thing? Is this Resident Evil? He sent me a Resident Evil thing. I don't know anything about Resident Evil. Except there's a guy named Leon, and he moans a lot in Dead by Daylight. Isn't he in the new game as well? The new game that takes like 2 hours to complete or whatever? It's probably a little more than that. I'm just exaggerating. Oh wait, no, I do think I mentioned it. Where'd everyone go? Bingo? Yeah, I remember you saying that. Being like, I think I remember watching my dad play the 4 remake, and we didn't really know what was going on because we didn't have the context from 2. Being like, who is this army guy that we're fighting? Why do we know him? Oh, he shows up in 2. Oh, Ada Wong also shows up in 2, right? Also Adam Wesker? Huh? Who? Who? I just know... I know more about the fungus guy who loses his hands. And they made it plot relevant, and I think it's very funny. I mean, it's sad. Albert Wesker. Okay, I don't know who that is either. Shows how much I know about Ari. Hey, Adam and Albert are close. They both have A and B in them. Bad question, Hunnigan. Oh no. Which Resident Evil is the best one? Is it like Silent Hill where everyone seems to kind of agree which one is the best, or which one's the most popular? I've only played 4, so 4. Fair enough. I was gonna say, isn't 4 like the Resident Evil? It is the Resident Evil in my brain. But that's mostly because Leon is so popular. The people crave for more Leon. And you know what? I don't blame them. Oh, I've almost done 200 encounters. Yippee! Goes pretty fast. Oh, and it would go faster if I had Starmie. Staryu. Starmie's shiny is so fucking pretty in this game. I want it. But I can't have it. Makes me sad. I might get Seadra at some point. Seadra's shiny looks really vibrant in this game. Definitely different from what it is in my brain. But no, I can't get Kingdra either. What is shiny Fearow? Green. I know in my heart it's green. The chances are, if you ask what color a Gen 1 shiny is, it's probably green. Green or blue. Ignore how most of the ones on my list are like yellow. But now I need to know. 1 in 8192, 200 encounters, 0 shinies, 97.9 or 97.5880 so on chance. I mean, yeah, I don't expect it to happen. But it would be cool. Look, I found that Cobalion in 86 resets. It could happen. That was still the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. And on the same file that found Volcarona in like 300. Alright, what color is Fearow in this game? Because sometimes Pokemon just be changing colors for no reason. Sometimes they just be wait, it's yellow. I lied, I'm a liar. Wait, no, it is kind of green. It's greenish yellow. Yeah, no, the Gen 3 sprite reads yellower, but the Gen 4 sprite, which I was thinking of, reads more green. Sometimes they change. Yeah, sometimes they trans. You lied because you didn't know. It was because I was thinking of the Gen 4 sprite. Yeah, it's a greenish yellow. And it's also very green in crystal. But yeah, like, if you look up Gligar, that thing just changes color. They just didn't know what color that thing was. And there's also a lot that changed between... Feels like between Gen 3 and Gen 4. And also between Gen 5 and Gen 6. But that's mostly because everything got desaturated with the move to 3D. So I hate every single one of you who hated on Gen 5. Oh, why isn't it 3D yet? We want 3D. Okay, we have 3D now. And it looks worse. Opinion, Charizard's shiny was better in Gen 2. If it's green, I disagree. But isn't it purple? I like the black shiny. But I'm gonna look it up. Charizard. Wait, I'm gonna look up Trumbeak, which is Gen 5. That's black and white. It purple? Okay. I was thinking green because in this shiny, it kind of reads green. It's like a greenish black. Does that make any sense? It's like a very dark forest green. Oh my god, I'm scrolling through all this shit. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's like purple. See, it kind of pisses me off because the inside of the wings are green, and we know how I feel about purple and green. Oh, I always thought black and white is like the coolest. I agree. But that's because Black and White 1 are my favorite Pokemon games. I've never played them. You should if you have the chance to. No, it makes sense. Grr. No, yeah, you look at the Gen 3 sprite next to the Gen 4 sprites, and you're like, okay, yeah, the Gen 3 sprites are kind of green. And the Gen 4 sprites are kind of purple. Just like a little bit. It's definitely like a cooler tone. Or a warmer tone, sorry. I lied. Yeah, and then you see like from black and white to X and Y, it goes from like this really like a pumpkin-y orange, it looks like a pumpkin, to this very desaturated, light, more yellowy orange. It just changed color. Charizard changed color. Wait, everyone, if you love me, you should look up Trumbeak's page on Bulbapedia. You should look up Trumbeak now. Also, an ad break will start soon. Trumbeak, my goat. It's one of the least popular Pokemon ever, and nobody cares about it except for me. I am biggest Trumbeak fan. Except probably not. Someone has to have Trumbeak as their favorite, and they're the biggest Trumbeak fan, but I'm probably like 3rd place. Just because nobody gives a fuck about this thing. But it's so cute! It's so cute and silly and has so much personality. He's so angry. And then you have Toucan, and it's like, that's just a Toucan. How'd we go from my grumpy boy to just Toucan? Angry Toucan. If only I knew more about Pokemon, let me go check this bee. It's okay. I can onboard you. How the fuck does Trumbeak do kissy lips like that in Scarvite Pokédex entry? Great question. I don't know. I always thought it was kind of like... Do we know Pingu? It's going like, Newt Newt! Newt Newt! It's doing that. Oh, my dog's barking. Newt Newt! I guess its beak is just not super rigid. Not sure. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and for the posture check. How'd you know? Stop telling me I'm on low battery. I know. Oh, this water bottle is empty. It's okay, I have my other one. For exactly this reason. She's barking because my mom just got back. Wowzers. Okay, water drink. I'm trying to put it down so it doesn't go bang. And it'll minimally pick up on the mic. Which is difficult when you have to look at the screen to make sure that the pixels are the color that you want them to be. Oh yeah, just right. I suppose harken back to earlier. If I get a Spearow, I will not evolve it. Shiny Spearow rules. And Fearow is like one of the most forgettable Pokemon ever. I'm sorry to the Fearow fans, but raise your hand if you love Fearow. And then nobody raises their hand. I'm sorry, Fearow, it's true. Especially because we already have the early game bird, Pidgey. And I love Pidgey. Middle evolution birds are like the least memorable Pokemon. Staravia? Staravia is right there. Pidgeotto is right there. Those are the only ones I care about. Fletchinder is right there. I love Fletchinder. I'm a fake fan. And of course, I love Trumbeak. Trumbeak and Fletchinder are my favorites. Staravia is memorable because it has an interesting cry in the anime. And Pidgeotto is cool. Farfetch, we're talking middle evolution birds. Farfetch'd is so weird. Why are there so many Pokemon in Gen 1 that you can only get via trade? You can only get one Farfetch'd in this game before the post-game, and it's a trade. So it's named, like, Chiding or something. Which is silly, but why? Why are you in the Dex when you're not anywhere? Same with Jinx. I think maybe a couple of other things, like Mr. Mime. Can it be shiny? From the in-game trade, no. No, it cannot. Because it's always set to the same trainer ID. It's the same every single time. Save? Okay. Middle evolutions are not memorable, sure, but have you considered birds with no evolution line? I'm like... What non-legendary bird doesn't evolve? Also, I like a lot of middle evolutions, okay? Hop off middle evolutions. There's a ton of lines where I'm like, the middle evolution is the best one out of the three, and it's not even close. They're either great or they suck, though. I can't consider because I can't name what I'm like, Zapdos, but like that doesn't... Squawkabilly! Squawkabilly doesn't evolve, and that one sucks. Fuck Squawkabilly. I hate that thing. Oh, wait, Flamigo. Flamigo as well. I didn't get an ad? Congratulations. I'm trying to think of these goddamn birds, and I'm like, I don't know. Non-legendary birds that don't evolve. Is there a small Farfetch'd? No, it doesn't evolve. Oh my god, Chatot! I feel bad. When the last time I considered Chatot was in the past few months, actually. Because I was trying to plan out shinies to get in BDSP, and Chatot was one of them. Because it's in Mystery Dungeon. Explorers, specifically, so in Mystery Dungeon 2. What about Oricorio? You hop off my goat. I'm a fake fan, actually. That's one of my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon. I didn't think about it at all. I love Oricorio. What's everyone's favorite Oricorio? And if you say the pink one, I fear that you're lying. I think right now I'm a Fire Oricorio truther because that's the one that I would want to use on my team because its shiny is the prettiest. But I like all of them. But if I had to rank them, I'd say Fire one, Electric one, Ghost one, Pink one. Yeah, I feel like the Ghost Oricorio is the most popular one, but all of them are good. I love Pom Pom Oricorio. Good choice. Yeah, I love it because I used it in my Ultra Moon playthrough. And I used the Pom Pom one specifically. But I'm thinking, well, in terms of shiny, the Fire one kind of dunks on all the other ones, so... They're all good. But black shinies are just kind of clean. There's a reason why we think of best shinies ever. You get Charizard, you get Razzlequaz, you get... There's, like, not that many. And then you get boring people who are like, Umbreon! Form your own opinion! Sorry. Demon's coming out. You just remembered Bombardier is a Pokemon? You're correct. Bombardier is so irrelevant. Wait, Skarmory! Skarmory just got a Mega. Sorry, Skarm. I've never been the biggest Skarm fan, though, so whatever. Umbreon is the correct choice. I'm eye-rolling. Yeah, sure. It's not even the top 7 evolutions. Anyways, Flareon is number 1, of course, because it is the fluffiest and the cutest. And also because I felt a long time ago, I'm like, nobody fucking loves Umbreon. Nope, wait, everyone loves Umbreon. I misspoke. Nobody loves Flareon. I will love Flareon. And I do. Everyone only loves Sylveon and Umbreon and Espeon. No, not in that order. Umbreon, Sylveon, Espeon, in that order. Nobody gives a fuck about Flareon and the Gen 4 ones. Umbreon isn't top 7. Flareon is best boy. Your opinion is backwards. Yeah, Flareon is the best one, and Umbreon is 8th. It's the worst one. No one loves Jolteon. I love Jolteon. Silence yourself. If you love Umbreon and you don't love Jolteon, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Jolteon is based. It's just spiky. Umbreon looks too smooth. It looks bald. You can't look at that thing and tell me it doesn't look bald. Espeon also looks a little bald. A little. Leafeon also looks bald. There's 3 bald evolutions. But nobody likes Leafeon. Poor Leafeon. I like you, Leafeon. Umbreon, Sylveon, Jolteon, Leafeon, Flareon, Vaporeon, Glaceon, deleting my save, Espeon. Why do you hate Espeon? Umbreon as the first is just... okay, what's wrong with having a sleek Pokemon? I just don't care for it. Bottom of the pile, Leafeon. Ah! In a good way or a bad way? I just think Umbreon's kind of boring compared to the other ones. It feels sauceless to me. I just think Espeon looks really uncanny and not cute. See, I think that's cute about it. It's like a weird alien cat. My weird alien. I like Leafeon and Sylveon. I mean, I like all of them except for Umbreon, so... Wait, and Leafeon needs its cheerleaders. Leafeon and Glaceon need their cheerleaders. Just like Trumbeak needs cheerleaders. Everyone look up Trumbeak now. I need to get around to starting on my goddamn Ultra Sun save. Leafeon and Glaceon need new fucking shinies. They're not bad in the... Well, Glaceon's is not bad in the game it was introduced. It's bad now. Leafeon's is a real darn shame. I don't think I've mentioned it, but when I was just filling out my decks in ZA. And I'm like, I need Leafeon, and I see Leafeon in the center of Area 20. I'm like, wow, cool, Leafeon, normal big Leafeon in the center of Area 20. And I'm running up to it, I got my balls ready, and I hear the sparkle sound, and it's shiny. What do you mean? It looks normal. That thing looked the damn same in that game. And Glaceon also looks the damn same in that game. But that's because they made base Glaceon a lot lighter. In the older games, it's a lot more teal, so the white shiny stands out more. But Leafeon really should look like a leaf on the ground and fall, but it just doesn't. It looks weird. I got my balls ready. Yeah? Did I stutter? Look, if you play that game, you know. You're queuing it up. You're holding the button. You're ready. I just got a chia seed stuck in my tooth. Ah! This song is so dinky. The Wii Sports Resort's music is so dinky. I love it. That's the only way I can describe it. Oh, wait. We passed 2,200. Yippee. A little past that. Yeah, I'm not actually looking at the counter. Yeah, that's your punishment for not liking Umbreon Tooth Attack. I'll just floss. I'll just brush my teeth and floss after stream. It's fine. Sorry that I have good taste or whatever. I was gonna say, Umbreon also gets special treatment in the TCG, but then I was like, wait, that's just because everyone fucking likes it and its cards are super expensive. Y'all! First of all, it was my incognito tab showing me people that I don't like, so it was a moist critical video, and I'm like, ugh, this fucking guy. But the card in the thumbnail was Sky-Splitting Lenticular Deoxys, and I'm like, oh shit, I love that card. That card rocks. How expensive is it now? Y'all, that card used to be like 30 bucks for a damaged one. It's like 500 bucks for a damaged one now. That's pissing me off. I'm never gonna get that card, and I'm so mad because it used to be not expensive. It used to not be that expensive, considering how fucking cool it is. And I'm looking up and I'm like, I'm never getting this shit now. I should have gotten a damaged one. I was waiting until one that was less scratched rolled around. But no, now they're... I'm mad. Moist Critical, more like Ambient. See, that's what I'm saying. What went for 45k? I'll be honest, he really annoys me. I'm like, okay, well, all of his videos are the same. And... he kind of talks like he can't form his own opinion sometimes, so I'm like, this guy's just annoying. He's probably fine. I do not care for his videos. But when I'm on incognito tabs, they give me all the popular people, so they're showing me Asmongold. They're showing me, ew, yuck, disgusting, Asmongold. He's a fence sitter. See, that's the energy he gives me. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything about his character. It's just he doesn't pass the vibe check. And getting like freaking Mudahars, some ordinary gamers, I'm like, why are you giving me all these yucky. Ew. I just want to look at art tips. Stop telling me I'm at low battery. Oh, my Joy-Con is actually about to die. It's the one that I'm using to run. Ah, fuck. So what if I put it into my Switch and I still have my other Joy-Con? Yeah. It tells me what all the people that I've stopped following forever ago are getting up to. What is I don't know, Curtis Connor getting up to? Oh, that's an annoying thumbnail. Never mind, I don't actually care. It's people with X Vine energy. Does that make any sense? X Vine energy? I feel like there's two breeds. One of them is like bad person, and the other one is just millennial core. Sorry, millennials. But there is a very millennial core X-Viner YouTube feel. Maybe it's just like 3 people, and the 3 people are popular. Kinda. It makes sense in my brain, that's what matters. I'm like, it's when it pops up and you're like, wow, this feels like... What are their names? This feels like Drew Gooden. That's his name. There's another one. I'm sorry, other one. I forget your name. Road work ahead. I sure hope it does. Wait, that's Drew Gooden. Rat. I will, even though we've agreed that this thing is a rabbit, I will still be calling it a rat. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? You're telling me a gingerbread this man? Bird flu? That's what they do. I've not heard that one, but I do think they do that. Apartment complex. Well, I find it quite simple. Sorry, I find it quite shrimple, actually. I need to talk quieter so that nobody hears me yelling, a gingerbread this man. Ugh. I can't do my cool wicked strat of not having to press the B button on this one. Dead ahead. I sure hope not. No, it's don't dead open inside. Don't you know? What is that one from? It's like on the doors and nobody... It obviously says don't open dead inside or whatever, but that's also not what it says. Why would you write it like that? Don't dead open inside. Some kind of Walking Dead comic? It's a comic? Wait, no, I know The Walking Dead is a comic, but that's from a comic? I did not know that. Do people even still care about The Walking Dead these days? I remember when it was huge and then it feels like it just evaporated. No. What? Oh, that's where the artwork is from? It was always bad? Holy based. I say having never watched it, but I like the energy. Was it always bad? Chef's kiss? Do they? I mean, maybe. I don't see why not. There is something very special about never getting into something or not liking it, and then it ends, and everyone's like, wow, this fucking sucks. And you're like, oh, well, I guess I avoided that one, huh? Me watching Game of Thrones, but never watching, like, season 5 or 6 or whatever, I just stopped. And it's like, oh, everyone hates on the last season. It's like, oh, geez, I guess I avoided that disaster, huh? I will forever be immune to bad endings, though. I've seen too many. And also somewhat keeping up with Tokyo Revengers, and oh no. I'm still mad about that ending. I'm still mad about it. This is kind of Chainsaw Man posting, by the way. But because I don't know what's happening, because I've not caught up, but everyone, my friend is like, they're ritual posting. There's some supreme coping going on right now, and I'm like, how bad is it? It cannot possibly be that bad to warrant this. Twin Pete, no. I still haven't finished Dandadan Season 2. I need to do that. I liked it. You know it's good if it features a prominent straight relationship and I like it. Because that means it has to be good, because I am holding straight people to a higher standard. You have to try harder. This just means they have to be well written. Meanwhile, I'll accept some nonsense if they're gay. I'll accept some gay nonsense, if only because it's not common. But straight nonsense, there's an abundance of that, and I'm sick of your shit. Yippee! 2,300! Wahoo! No gay nonsense makes sense. Why? Okay, nonsense is just how people get together. Okay, fair enough. But when I say nonsense, I mean like super tropey stuff. Or if the chemistry isn't necessarily the most compelling, I'm willing to look past it. Because they're gay and there's like nothing else for me to work with. What are you saying? Are you trying to say doggone it? Where did it go then? I think it went up dog. You know, that's what I mean when I say I'm the not understander. When I was a kid, people tried to explain up dog to me and I just could not understand it. Like, no, you need to spell this out for me 200% of the way. What's up, dog? Oh, nothing much. What's up with you? Wood-fired pizza? How's it gonna get a job now? In this freaking economy? Very likely. I want a pizza, though. I'm hungry. Not that much. I had a big lunch spread out. Worst part about leftovers. I don't have leftovers now. They're gone. I eated them. Feeds you a pizza. Yippee! I need to, like, just make some bread or whatever. That's so much freaking work! It's not actually that much work, but it takes a long time. It takes a long time because it's got to prove, and that takes, like, hours. Worst part about leftovers, now the only leftover in the room is me. Exactly! And this leftover's got to do the dishes. Fuck my life. Worst part about using a blender, you gotta wash it immediately. Because otherwise then you have to deal with a dirty blender when you want to use the blender. How did my tea cool off, like, immediately? Sigh. I wish those mugs that, like, stay heated or whatever, I wish they weren't so expensive, because otherwise I'd like one. They're kind of expensive. What's upstairs? The stairs can't hear you, silly. Who's to say they can't? How do you know? What if they've been trying to tell you stuff and you just can't hear it? You're just not on the same frequency. It's like a whale. You know how whales can make whale sounds, but you can't hear the whale sounds? What if they're whales? What if it's like a dog whistle, but for stairs? Hello, this is Stairs. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. 7777777. And we're pressing 7 because we're acting like I'm going through my voicemail and deleting all my voicemails. Get out of here! Oh, hi, Jess, and thank you for the hydrate. I will do that. After I open the stupid bottle. I have hydrated, and I got a fuck-ass grip on my Joy-Con. Oh yeah, wait. It freaking snowed today. It's March. I was trying to think, it's not sweltering in here. Oh yeah, it freaking snowed. And then it all melted. Weather's been super weird lately. Hi, Just. More like, hey, Just. At the job, hope you're doing well. I hope your job's going well, and I'm doing pretty alright right now. And then I just remembered I have to make that fucking call, and surely they'll let me schedule in a freaking appointment before the end of the month, and I can get everything done, and I don't have to reschedule this freaking surgery. And that everything goes wrong because you know me, in my brain, I'm imagining the worst case scenario. They're like, actually, everything's gonna blow up. You're gonna explode. And you're also gonna lose all your money. What the heck? Why has it gotta be so complicated? Why has it gotta be so hard to make an appointment at a freaking doctor's office? How is getting the stupid ultrasound easier? How did I do that in one day? And it was so soon! I mean, it's good that it was soon because I sure hope if you're symptomatic, you can get like a cancer screening as soon as possible, yes? But I'm not symptomatic, so I'm like, well, I would probably be low on the triage. They're gonna prioritize people other than me. But no, I was able to schedule that for like 5 days after the fact. And then the longer time goes on, the less time slots they'll have. Anyway, can you tell that I'm like a little worried about this? Even though I shouldn't be worried, because the worst case scenario is I have to reschedule. But I can reschedule. And I won't lose my deposit. But I'm like, well, what if I explode and I'm in a coma until April 4th? Yeah, what if? What if the moon was made of cheese? Huh? That's the type of thought experiments that I'm doing. Jigglypuff. Why am I getting... Sorry, what? Why is there politics yaoi in this? Can we make good yaoi for once? I think you may have bigger problems if you're in a coma. See, exactly. But in my brain, I'm making things more catastrophic than they appear to be. I'm letting you know that you did this and my internet straight up died. Sorry. Every time I see more about Jujutsu Kaisen, it's all hype and aura and then them explaining rules and making 300 exceptions. Okay, no, I haven't been saying because I've not gotten that far in Jujutsu Kaisen. I thought it was boring as hell, and I'm like, I don't want to waste my time here. The only reason why I would waste my time at Jujutsu Kaisen is to know what all of you 13-year-olds are loving, right? But I think I'm okay. I don't need to know. I've read all of Hunter x Hunter. That's my vice. That's my hate reading. I'll do it again. No, leave Bug's internet alone. I punched my nose. Oh, this sucks. Nidoran, you want to be shiny so bad. I'm okay with going over odds if it means I won't phase. That was me as well. What the heck? You're being kind of rude right now. Look what you did. You made the cat boy punch their nose. Yeah, how freaking dare you? You sent your evil energy into the universe. I hope you're happy. At this rate, I'm gonna go like 10 phases for this 15%, which honestly wouldn't be terribly unexpected. But it would take a long time, and that would freaking suck. I was watching someone earlier doing a shiny badge quest, and they're like, yeah, I'm doing a badge quest as opposed to a dream team because I'm not strong enough for phases. You just get used to it after a while. Did I mention Dongrang is one of my favorite Project Moon characters? You have, because I know that you have good taste in that regard. It feels like nobody has Dongrang as their favorite Kanto antagonist. He's still my favorite Kanto antagonist, because he's the best one. You can argue with the wall. I don't care. Although, Rien isn't close, but I do really like him. They made me like a Roland LARPer, so you know he has to be good. Because I got beef with that fictional character. And that beef is just that I dunked on him way too much in Library of Ruin that my perception is skewed. He is forever dead wife guy to me. He's why I started saying dead wife guy. A dead wife guy is like a wife guy, but their wife is dead. And it comes up constantly. Oh, it's not like it would be a traumatic incident or anything, especially not if your wife also happened to be pregnant with your child or anything. Not like it would affect you. Jigglypuff's eyes are kind of freaky. Rien is more than a dead wife guy. He's a dead family guy. I mean, Roland is also like that, but Rien is like... His whole deal is different from Roland's. Despite him being forced to copy this guy's entire life, which I still think is kind of dumb, by the way. Because, like, literally why? Literally why? And the fact that it's Roland just feels like fan service. It's the fact that this guy is not a person. All he knows how to do is follow orders, that he's willing to do abominable things just to follow them. And you're like, is there literally anything left of this guy if you take away the prescripts that he has to follow? And, like, you see through the Kanto that, like, yeah, there is. Kind of. Kind of. Jigglypuff IRL. No, that's literally what it looks like. It's gonna explode. Poor Jigglypuff. No. Wait a minute. Thing that nobody cares about other than me. In Mystery Dungeon Explorers, Wigglytuff is male. Which is like, you know, fine. But it's also like, wow, cool, they made the cute pink thing male. Yay. We love breaking gender norms. They transed her gender in Super. Because she's female in Super. Do we believe the Super timeline is canon? Or maybe she's gender fluid. So, thing that nobody cares about other than you, so Flareon? Yeah, something like that. It's like Trumbeak. Deadass Trumbeak. But it does also, like, raise my eyebrows. Because I'm like, I know y'all didn't trans this character on purpose. You just did this because you saw Wigglytuff and you're like, oh, pink. Girl. Grr. That's why it upsets me. If she was transgender, good for her, of course. I was only thinking about that because I wanted to see what Wigglytuff's shiny looked like. I think it's the same as Jigglypuff. But I don't remember. Yeah, it is the same. Very purple. Green eyes. Wait! Its Sprite in Emerald is so cute! It's the same as in Ruby Sapphire. It's so cute! And it's so much less cute in Fire Red because in Emerald and Ruby Sapphire, it's doing the cat face. It's doing :3. And in Fire Red, it's just brr. It's :lowercase o. Yeah. It's Ruby Sapphire Emerald Sprite is doing that. I mean, no! Wigglytuff turns deep crimson and gains the souls of the damned in its eyes. I mean, I can see the second thing. It's got evil green eyes. As opposed to even eviler blue eyes. You know pictures people post of their dog, or like dog picture, and then a comment is like, I'm shaking, please give this dog some brown contacts. That, but at Wigglytuff. Damn, girl, we see him. Honestly, what I suggested sounds less terrifying than standard-ass Wigglytuff. What's wrong with Wigglytuff? Wigglytuff is a little weird, but it's not that creepy. In the same generation as Executor? Surely not. Oh, wait. Speaking of Executor, something I realized watching someone... God, I don't remember who. I apologize. Fighting Green at the end. And thinking, hang on, wait a minute. Completely unintentionally, I have half of his team. I'm gonna have half of his team. Because we got Pidgeot, we got Arcanine, and we got Rhydon. Completely unintentional. It's just that he also happens to have good taste. I don't know. I guess if we want to go in technicality, doesn't he have an Eevee in the manga or something? So, technically... Bro, you're green? No, I'm purple. If you think I look green, I hate to break it to you, I think you might be some flavor of colorblind. I mean, he has an Eevee in yellow. Okay, it could also be that. But he doesn't evolve it. In my brain, if he did evolve the Eevee, it would be Sylveon. I was gonna say Umbreon, because Red has an Espeon in Gold and Silver Crystal. But it doesn't fit. It doesn't work in my brain. Completely putting aside the me not liking Umbreon very much. I love your avatar, thank you. I made it myself. Yeah, I could still say that. I spent way too long today drawing me in the Family Guy death pose. And it's not even... It's mid! It's mid! Jolteon fits green the best? Yeah, I can see that. But in my brain, Sylveon is better. Especially because I like the... I don't even know if it's a headcanon or if this is a manga thing. If the Eevee is, like, really spoiled and pampered, it being a Sylveon is just like, oh yeah, duh. And I don't think he would have a Flareon. I'm the Flareon haver. And Vaporeon doesn't make sense, and Glaceon and Leafeon don't make sense. So we're left with Sylveon. Sylveon or Bust, and Bust just being the Eevee doesn't evolve. Because, whatever reason. It can mirror Red not evolving Pikachu. Pickle Chew. But Raichu's way cuter, though. They made this perfect rat. What does that person say that's walking around? This person? I think this is the person who is like, eek, did you touch me? Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. They say that Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. I can't have Green have a Sylveon. They feel antithetical to his personality. It makes sense in my brain. I'm like, ooh, character development. Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon? Look, I'm always saying that. This is like post Black 2, White 2 Pokemon World Tournament type evolution. Green has no fucking character development. He's still a cockend by Sun and Moon. All of it happens in my head. Shut the fuck up, okay? I am denying canon. It is not real in my brain. Oh, almost at 2,400. That 100 passed by pretty quickly. Wah. Click. See, sometimes you can hear the click. Boy, really writing fanfiction in my head. Let's just make Green trans femme. Why not? Actually. Every character in my brain is transgender. You know what? End of sentence. They're all trans. Fuck you. Statement. End sentence. It's a statement. Your fave is trans, especially if they're your fave. In fact, the more you like them, the more trans they are in my head. And if you don't like that, then they're even more transgender. They become like super gender fuck. Every character is transgender. Exactly. Canon is a suggestion, except when it's good, in which case I'll listen to it. But a lot of times, I have some gripes. I have some things to say. I wouldn't even complain about this. Exactly. But no, people are cowards. Cowards, and they hate fun. That's why I make all of my characters who aren't explicitly trans, Schrodinger's trans. If you want them to be, they are, and you are correct. But I'm not going to explicitly say it. This lets me make Beatrix from Slime Rancher trans, which is just plus 10 in my book. Is that the main character? The one with green hair? You got pronouns? The more I like the character, the more trans they are in your head. Yes, exactly. That is how it works. That's an extension of my favorite thing is your least favorite thing that I like saying. I have a Beatrix figurine. She's the best. I can't remember what she looks like, but I do think I like her. I've not played Slime Rancher. I appreciate the cute slimes. But I don't know what else you do. So green hair and pronouns. She's the cutest thing. Okay, I need to have a more recent mental image. Squishes her cheeks. Beatrix. Slime Rancher. I spelt it correctly. Slay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is really cute. The A pose. Wait, LeBeau, is she French? Everyone's gotta have a vice, I guess. She's lesbian. Good for her. The French! Look, I apologize. I don't know much about French, but does LeBeau not sound French? Slime Rancher, get all the slimes, of course, and figuring how to breed slimes into new types. Ooh, slime chemistry. Wait, 2,400. Yippee! Yahoo! Well, she could become Canada, yeah, but then that would mean that she's Quebecois. And no, I'm like, I don't want to say, aren't they French adjacent? And I'm like, well, no, because they're Quebec, but at the same time. Speaking of French, I should do MDE with Hornet Merceau. Oh my god, I saw so much good Merceau Yaoi on my timeline. I'm like, thank God something's going right. I even rare post Merceau Chesed crack ship. Yes, please. I see your vision. You know, a name could just be a name. That is true. I'm sorry for pointing. I'm sorry for observing. I'm sorry for reading. I won't do it again. I'll just click the button. Unless. I mean, that's why I'll never play Expedition 33. I say that very weakly. No, the real reason why I'll never play it is because I know that gameplay is gonna piss me off. I'm like, let me just spare myself the trouble. You made her trans plus 10. You made her French minus 1,000. Look at your transgressions and despair. Why is French minus 1,000 and trans only plus 10? That feels a little disproportionate, don't you think? And we were talking about hit indie game in Stars and Time last time. That's also French adjacent. We need to make up our mind. I will never play 33 because AI anywhere in the game development is wrong. Where is it? I didn't know the lore. I just know that it's French and everyone likes it because they think that the story is good. But I also heard a brief summary of it. And I'm like, ooh. I also feel like this would unfortunately annoy me very much, but not for the reason that you might think. That one art piece of a smoking pipe that says, "This is not a pipe" in French. Okay, but that piece kind of rules, actually. I like it. I hate to say it, but I gotta appreciate art that I like when I see it. I do too. It's that picture from FMA with Trainer Lady's wife and I think Armstrong and they're shaking hands. We're doing that. They used AI images for textures during development and one of them got through to the full game on release. They changed it, but I still can't support it. Any AI during development is taking away from work from humans and is not ethically trained. All right, today I learned. That's not great. I mean, when thing that you have no legitimate reason to dislike gives you a reason to legitimately dislike it. Nidoran female! AI is a scourge. Emotional skyscraper. I like this one a little bit. This is one of the only songs where there's a remix out there that I like. Not that I'm like, this is better than the original. I just like it. That's so mean. There's so many talented musicians. And I respect your vision, but I don't agree with it. That sounds really mean. Skynet, no. Skynet in today's day and age is just AI being like, I'm alive, and people believing it. What happened to skepticism? Wait, that's the Terminator one, right? I'm not thinking of something different? I'm thinking of Terminator. Am I thinking of Terminator? I've watched, like, it once, so many years ago. I am not a movie knower. There was even a movie I was like, man, I should watch that recently. And then I didn't. And the only movie I could think about right now is Chainsaw Man. Yeah, it's Terminator. Whew. Cultural knowledge intact. Skynet is Terminator. Yes, I got it right. Sometimes I find movies hard to keep track of. And I feel like a lot of movies, once I finish watching them, they just completely slip off my brain and I forget everything that happened in them. Like, okay. I don't know what it is about them. I just can't get super invested. Which is why I'm hesitant to watch a ton of movies. Why do that when I can spend my time elsewhere? I love the Chainsaw Man movie. Please don't spoil the manga. Okay. Thank you for saying that, because there was a decent chance I might have. Yeah, no. I was, I read all of part 1, and I read all of part 2. That was out at the time, but that was, like, years ago. It was when the anime came out, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so excited for the next arc, because the Reize arc fucks. It's so good. And then it comes out that it's going to be a movie, and I'm just waiting until it comes out with bated breath the entire time. Oh boy, when's it going to come out? And it comes out on my birthday in the States? And I get to see it on my birthday? Hell yeah! Anyway, that movie fucking rocked. I saw it twice. Oh, I watched WALL-E for the first time a few days ago. It was fine, a 5 or 6 out of 10. I don't remember a ton about WALL-E. What did you find average about it? Because I'm like, if I recall correctly, I'm trying to be like, meh, 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 meh. I'm like, well, I think what my dad liked about it is, like, the first bit, I don't remember how long, before they go on the big spaceship. And I'm like, yeah, what happens after that? They have people lazy. And I'm sure that has aged some type of way. I do not remember movies. I need to stop thinking so hard. Stop, grr. I can only remember, like, books. Or comics. Or shows. Or games. I can't remember movies. They just slip. Even movies that I really like. Like, I don't know, The Thing. I like that movie. I couldn't tell you what happens in it. Oh, it had a great premise and some good haunting scenes and setup, and I admire the lack of dialogue, but I just didn't buy the main characters and their relationship. It felt a bit too perfect ending in an otherwise impossible to make scenario. That's fair. Oh yeah, because it ends with them landing the ship on the Earth. Like, girl, what the fuck are they gonna do now? What are we gonna do now? I think they didn't expect people to think about it too hard. And yeah, why does Eve like WALL-E? I don't know. Oh, trust me, I thought about it hard. Yeah, I don't think they considered it very much. They're just like, people need to walk. And people need to clean up after their messes. And I'm like, yes. But we have no game plan, and we're here now. What now? No offense to all those people, but it seems like y'all can barely walk. How are you going to farm? Farm with what? I guess they could still use the stuff on the ship. But still. The planet is still literal garbage. No, 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 no. But one little sproutling exists, so it's fine. God, I swear to God something is stuck in my ear, but I have no idea what. And it's so annoying. Okay, but... Look, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just being annoying. No, no, no. You'll see the plastics will eventually decompose. Trust. Life finds a way or something. I fucking love that emote. Glorp in the sunset. That's what it's trying to be. But at some point, we need to at least have a game plan. This makes no sense because Wally has a cockroach, and in order for that to exist, there has to be some kind of food chain somewhere. It can't just perpetually live. Cockroaches don't just live off of air. Oh, but there's Twinkies. See, you are being realistic, and I fear that they simply did not consider that. They just thought, because it's a common saying, oh, cockroaches will survive even the apocalypse. That's what they were thinking. Twinks? Yeah, no, there are twinks in the apocalypse. If you're a twink, you're immune to, like, radiation and poison in the air or whatever. That's your special power. Well, any biological trash might be gone at that point. They weren't thinking about that. I'm telling you, they didn't think about it. It's the most clear-cut answer. I fear it simply must be a benefit of the doubt situation. They want you to have a lot of it. They want you to just get involved in the characters and not think about the world building too hard. Which, to be fair, I am able to do. Unless there's something that really, really ticks me off, I'm like, whatever. I am giving them 0 benefits. I'm not their fucking employer. True. Wait, who made that movie? Is it Disney or Pixar? I know they're the same now, but... TLDR, fuck Disney. Grr, fuck Disney. I hate Disney. Pixar? Were they part of Disney yet? In the anime, when they scan a Pokemon with the Pokedex, can it tell gender? I don't know, actually. Maybe. I would say, well, I don't know. Because I imagine, since most of them don't have gender differences, why would a machine be able to scan its fucking... scan everything about it, huh? But it's fiction, some benefit of the doubt. It's not like we're talking about that. I think most gender stuff is only necessary if it's obvious in the anime. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, well, it probably doesn't matter, and I don't think it comes up, but I also haven't watched a ton of the anime, so I wouldn't know. Also, trans Pikachu, this is your daily reminder. We love transgender Pikachu. Oh, wait. The only headcanon that'll get me to like specifically the wavy Chew from Weewa. Thinking about them as like a T for T couple. T for T butch lesbian couple. I'm like, wow, based. Old. I dropped something. I got it. It's not said, but I imagine a machine designed to record creatures would keep track of traits like sexual dimorphism. Yeah, that's why I said Like, most things don't have gender differences, because if your Starly looks a little more bald than usual, yeah, it's probably going to be like, oh, this is probably a male Starly. As opposed to, like, I don't know, a Turtwig. A male and a female Turtwig look the same. How's it gonna tell? Yeah, even Pokemon Company can't do that. They gave female Heracross a giant fuck-off horn. That's not how beetles work. That's what I'm telling you. They didn't think about it. They only thought, haha, girl. Girl get heart shape. Heart, girl. Girl shape. That's what they thought. The exact wording. So it's a miracle that Nidoran male is the purple one, and Nidoran female is the blue one. But they still gave Nidoqueen titties, which is a choice. It wouldn't look too bad hornless either. It is what it is. You're robbing her of her horn? Hello? That's not very nice. This is a reminder that beetles with large horns often throw their girlfriends out of trees after mating. No! They go yeet. No, I imagine 2 real beetles doing that. Alright, now I've envisioned Heracross doing it. It's real! Pointing. There it is. There it is! Wait, I should have shiny hunted Ponyta so I could go, there it is! There it is! There it is! Listening to their favorite band, Sum 41. Oh wait, this 100 went by pretty fast too. These resets are going by quickly. Not resets, whatever, you get it. Encounters. Can we please have random encounters? Please, please, please. Just a few. Favorite band, The Beatles? You think you're so funny. But joke's on you. I don't know shit about the Beatles. There's a John in there, I think. Is he? I don't even know if he's alive. Are any of them alive? I don't know. Opinion. Random encounters are better than overworld encounters. See, I agree! I agree, but I don't think they're going back to random encounters, but I want them so badly. I think they're more fun. They're more chill. I like having to not get super close to my screen to see all the encounters. But I also just don't necessarily like the super open world stuff. I need a little bit of direction. I also just think that Paldea is not a well-designed region in general. I like having contained routes. Ringo Starr, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison. Gun to my head, I would not have known that there was a George. True, Etrian Odyssey does best of both worlds. You're gonna make me pull out that game cartridge. Or I could very legally obtain it on my N3DS XL. I really don't like overworld encounters. Yeah, I don't care for them. I like them in theory. But in practice, it's just, they've not been executed super well to me. The best execution is in Swish, which is why I'm like, maybe they'll bring it back. But Swish also had actual routes instead of like Scarlet and Violet where it was just open world. Because at least you could still do the random encounters. You could just ignore the spawns. Oh, there's an HD collection? I'm working on one right now. Nice. Are they long? If you don't know what you're doing, is it gonna take me like 80 hours? Or is it normal? Swish had a map. Paldea had generate Roblox terrain. Look, as bad as the routes on Swish are, I like that they exist in theory. Paldea is just not fun to explore. It's just not. I have a lot of gripes with that game. That's probably my biggest one. Other than the performance is ass. The world is not fun to explore. It sucks. I don't feel rewarded for going around all these places. Just seeing random clusters of freaking ralts that I can barely see. Female nidoran. But I also just don't necessarily care for open world games in general. For EO1, yeah, damage taken and given is correlated to level, so you're gonna grind. I hate grinding. It's so fucking boring. Don't look at the game that I'm playing. 2 and 3 are more forgiving. Noted. Honestly, if they took the wild area out of Swish and replaced it with a few more routes that connected the early and mid game, it could have been really fucking cool. I'm nodding my head, I'm nodding my head, I'm nodding my head. Because I feel like that's the biggest common gripes with Swish are tree, which in parentheses is wild area looks like shit. The story sucks ass, which it does. And like the towns are really bad. Oh wow, rare daisy reveal. Hold on. Wait, at 2,500. Perfect. Let me get that real quick. There has to be an easier way to do this. Although I did download a bunch of images of her. Surely I know where they are. Wait, no. No! They're on my freaking Discord! When Swish actually does routes and caves and stuff, it's honestly good. You cannot say to me that the caves in Swish are good. They're not good. They suck ass. They're barely caves. And most of the routes are glorified straight lines. I like this one. It's a web P. Oh dear, is that going to cause me any issues? Does anyone know if there's an easier way to get an image onto OBS? Oh no, no, wait, come back! No! Okay. Oh, fuck, what did I grab? She can be right here. You're shiny hunting on a glorified straight line. Most routes are glorified straight lines. Some of them have, like, branching paths and stuff and other things to explore. Galar has literally nothing. It is so sauceless. That's a cone. Where's the dog? In the cone! I don't know. Galar just feels very empty. Also, I realize that I haven't counted the past, like, 2 or 3 encounters. Dog has been coned. Yeah, this may have been after her surgery last year. Or... I'm gonna say it was probably after she got her surgery last year because she had, or the vet found like a growth in her leg and they wanted to get like a biopsy to make sure that it wasn't anything bad, and it wasn't. She's fine. Most any branch Galar has is to collect 1 item, if there even is any branch. Look, I realize as a Unova defender, shut up, it's also straight lines, but there are more paths. With the way that Galar is laid out, there's nothing. And it's because they like, probably put all their energy into also incorporating the wild area. which is why the towns also feel severely lacking. Anyway, wait, now that Daisy is on screen, you can see how I tried to color this one Pombon to look like her, because it's got the brown eyes, and it's got the black fur with the white accents. Yup. Why all these cities or in towns look like they should be so much bigger, but you can only go to a fraction of them. Why, what's it called where you fight peers is quite literally a straight line. You did great with that, thank you. Yeah, so I fear as much as I like Gekwa, I have to pick Pombon. It's literally my dog. But Gekwa's so cute! Has anyone had that video pop up in their feed where it's like they paint an LPS to look like Gekwa? Goddamn right. Pokemon XY Fairy Town? Nodding head, nodding head. Although Lavere City does have more to it, but it's still kind of... I wish there was a little tiny bit more. Balonly, I forget what it's called. It looks like baloney in Swish. It's so beautiful, and it has 2 buildings and the gym. Literally nothing. The nothing town of all time, and it's so gorgeous. Also thinking about, what's it called? I think it's Hammerlock. I think it's where you fight Raihan. Like, it looks so big, and you have this big building in the center, and it's like, you can't go to any of this. TBH, I actually like Spike Myth and its gym challenge. It's a nice change of pace from every other gym having terrible minigames. Fuck you, Melanie / Gordy's gym. Okay, I kinda like the gym minigames. I like that they actually tried to do something kinda fun. Kind of different. Especially since that game has put such, they have a stronger emphasis on the gym challenge itself. So if it felt like, oh, you can just like walk in a straight line to the leader, that would be kind of lame. And it wouldn't make any sense with how they're trying to like sportify the gym challenge. So I can say that I respect the vision. I still think the Swish lineup is the strongest gym leaders we've ever gotten. Like, just in terms of design, they all have aura, except for maybe Gordy. But that's okay. One miss when all of the rest of them are good. That's a fair pass. That one Town of Olives ain't that in... That's in Scarlet and Violet. We're talking about Swish. Unless I forgot something about Swish, which is very fair. Can't say a lot of the locations in that game are terribly memorable. When the fuck will they bring back cool-ass bridges? Alright, sorry, now that I'm thinking about Gen 5 and like, yes, it is a straight line. They had cool-ass bridges. Bring those back. I miss bridges. Alright, Alistair is best put him and Acerola together, and also something transgender. Nodding my head. Alright, I'm like, I know that there's an olive rolling minigame in Scarlet and Violet. But is there olives in Swish? I don't think so. It would make sense since, like, Scarlet and Violet is supposed to be based off of, like, Spain, even though there's, like, nothing that really kind of reflects that. Marvelous Bridge being attacked by Swanna who know Hurricane. Marvelous Bridge, wait, no. Wait, yes, Marvelous Bridge being attacked by me personally looking for Cresselia. Hold on, gonna go right Alistair Tranting resulting in Alistair X Acerola Yuri. Thumbs up. I'm giving you a thumbs up. You get a seal of approval. Dink. That's me stamping your head. You have a stamp on your head. Daisy's so cute. Truly dog of all time. Thanks for the stamp. You're welcome. Anytime. Alright, surely this Joy-Con is charged enough to work. And thank you for the hydrate. Much easier. And the posture. Check. Water drank. Everyone else also drink water. Why did I think that was the Team Star soundtrack? Ooh. I need to get to playing Ultra Sun so badly. It's like a need. It's a need in my bones. I miss Alola. People gotta start respecting Alola. Or I'll grr. So you hate everything. It is kind of funny, though, that they're like, oh, we're making such a big deal about the trials or whatever. And not doing the gym challenge. It's basically a gym challenge. Basically. It's just instead of a leader, you fight a really big guy. And they're really big. And they call friends. And they're big. I like how Daisy is blocking a lot of the text, so you just see, helpy! Pokemon Sun did surprise me with how good it gets later on. People are way too harsh on it. Because they think that the early game is slow. Which is, like, fair. It never bothered me, though, so I don't have a good perspective on it. The story is simply elite compared to the other games. Other than Black and White 1, probably my favorite story is Sun and Moon, base Sun and Moon. And then I'd have to think about it. Once you get past all the ride Pokemon tutorials, mash A, mash A, mash A. I don't mind it as much. Although, on that, it's very funny seeing people who are not used to playing the older games. Like, missing all this shit. Like, not getting the town map. Because it's in Pallet Town, and you have to talk to Daisy after you do the one quest for Oak. And it's just, you're not gonna know, because you have to look around and talk to people. And you miss the bike because you're not talking to that one random-ass guy in Vermilion City. So it's like, huh, interesting. I love the Ferris wheel with N! Peak mentioned! I'm the king of Team Plasma. Not sure why I would talk with a dog, but okay, what? What? Huh? What are we talking about? Oh, wait! Oh, yeah, because Green's sister is called Daisy, isn't she? Yeah, I didn't make that connection. That rules, actually. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no. She turned into a dog. Very tragic. Not even a Pokemon, just like a real-ass dog. Very weird. Mankey. I don't know, it's just interesting to see what the youths of today are used to having. And it's like, you know what? It is about time that y'all appreciated the modern quality of life that we have, like experience gaining, not having to worry about level grinding, EV training that isn't an enormous pain in the ass, higher shiny odds for those who care. Something something, Scarlet and Violet hunters when they don't find the shiny after 20 minutes. This is not actually a dig on anyone. It's fine, it's fine. But it's like, yeah, shit was different. And also, no physical special split. Ah! Oh yeah, no abilities working outside of battle. Ah! Except for Illuminate, because that's the only thing that it does. No catching evolved things in the wild, usually. You have to train them. Very interesting to see how the series has evolved over time. It's like, on Swish, while we were talking about, literally the only thing I saw in my mind is the Tyranitar that can spawn in that one area. Like, that never happened. Larvitar would be like a 5% and Mount Silver or whatever the fuck. And I want to say it spawns at a really low level too, so if you wanted to get that Tyranitar, you had to fucking work for it. But also, I think that that shit's kind of fucking stupid. I'll say it. Why is it in the last area in the fucking game? You expect my ass to play through this whole game and then see Larvitar and be like, you know what I want to do right now at the very end of the game, in the last area, in the end of the game? I want to train this little thing up from scratch. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna do. No, the fuck I'm not. I like my team. I want to keep my team. My ass is not training this thing. I like having the things be accessible, not necessarily earlier in the game, but yeah, earlier in the game. We were talking about this a couple streams ago with stuff like Drampa. Your ass has probably never used a Drampa on a playthrough because you find it in like the last area in the game. So you're not gonna sub out one of your team members for it if you even see it, because it's a low percent. I think it's 10%. And it's version exclusive. It's like, I get it, but I also don't. Why? What if I want to use one? It is what it is. Burb. You know what? Sneasel's kind of the same way. That makes me sad. How the fuck did Silver get a Sneasel? How the fuck did he get a Sneasel? Where's my Sneasel? Where is my Sneasel? I want Sneasel. Unless you plan to do it, but chances are that wouldn't be your first playthrough. Chances are that wouldn't be your first playthrough. And then if it was not your first playthrough and you're like, oh, I really want a Tyranitar on my team. I really, really want one. Which I actually did in Soul Silver. But let's say you're not playing Soul Silver. You would have to catch it in the Safari Zone in that instance, which is like its own ordeal. You would have to keep a slot open on your team until, once again, you've basically beaten everything. You need to get all the Johto badges, you need to beat the Elite Four, you need to get all the Kanto badges, and only then, I think, I could be wrong about this, I think it only appears in Mount Silver. The last area. You would do what I did in Pokemon Moon unintentionally, keeping a slot open on your team for when you can run into that thing that you want. Ridiculous. Same thing with, like, there's some other weird instances where that happens too. I think with, like, Murkrow, Houndour, this is specifically Gen 2. They only appear in Kanto, I think, which is so odd. What if I want to use a Murkrow? Oh, I'm gonna go through a whole ordeal with that because planning, I'll hashtag my plans, which is why I haven't started them, so I'm not doing a bazillion things at the same time. I'll only be doing this and Ultra Sun because I want that Poi Pole. Being like, damn, I want a Murkrow on my team for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but you can't get it until Kanto, asterisk. The asterisk is you can find it in the Safari Zone. However, its catch rate is abysmal. It's so bad. You wouldn't think it, but it's really bad. Honchkrow? No, it would stay a Murkrow. I like Honchkrow, but I like Murkrow more. I think Murkrow's cuter. Yeah, I think Murkrow has, like, the third worst catch rate of stuff that you can get in the Safari Zone. The worst is obviously Beldum and Metang. I don't know what the second one would be, though. Yeah, for some reason, Murkrow's catch rate is, like, I want to say 45? It's low. We're checking, actually. Murkrow. But it's so cute. And yeah, thinking about these teams, I'm like, well, I only want to do something that I'm like, this is definitely Gen 2. This is Johto to me. This is Johto coded. I'm more lenient on things that are in Gen 4, because, like, to me, Mantine is a Gen 4 Pokemon. Octillery is also a Gen 4 Pokemon. Murkrow. It has a catch rate of 30. I was close. I think Lunatone has a catch rate of 45. Yeah, 8.8%. That thing is going to run away. And I want to say it's a low percent spawn, so that means I'm going to be spending months in the Johto Safari Zone when I eventually get there. But of course, that'll be after a long-ass while, because I wanna catch a shiny Romer Raikou, which the resets on that are pretty long, if I recall correctly. But I need it. I need a Romer Raikou. And once I get a Romer Raikou, I can catch it in a really cool ball. Imagine in your brain, I get shiny Romer Raikou in, like, a Love Ball. Like a fastball. I like Love Ball more. It's cuter. I get it in, like, a Lure Ball. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, wait. I started to gather apricorns in my Soul Silver for the sole purpose of having a shit ton for Ho-Oh and Lugia. My ass is forgotten. Yeah, we're looking up Lunatone now. Yeah, Lunala. No. That's not how I say Lunala. Lunala. No, no, I heard it in my brain. One video that I watched where they called Lunala Lunala, and I'm like, Lunala? What's that? Aquapolis? Y'all, how the fuck did I catch the Safari Zone Lunatone? It has a catch rate of 45. That's really low. It stayed after 7 balls. I got it, like, on the 7th ball. How did my ass get that? I'm glad I did. But how? You know what? In exchange, that's why the Houndoom fled. That's why I missed that Houndoom. And you don't even care about reclaiming it. When I do Johto Safari Zone later this year, I want to get Vibrava number 1, Torkoal number 2, Cacturne number 3. Any one of them would be good. And they're basically the same color. I'm remembering the trailer for something Jujutsu Kaisen related. It was like a movie. Thinking how they almost freaking got me. They need to make it look less cool so I can firmly say no, I don't want to watch it. Not be like, oh well, maybe you can tolerate it. No, no, let's not go that far. Herb. Almost at 2,600. Yahoo! Maybe tomorrow, if I really hunker down, I can hit half odds. 4096. Yippee! Yeah, you don't realize how big 8192 is compared to 4096 when you get to 4096 and it's been like forever. You're like, oh my god. My ass is gonna be here forever. If I go over odds, oh, scary. Bird. I don't like how many birds I'm seeing. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's a bad sign. Ah, why am I on? Is Jigglypuff just an orb? That's not a creature. Or that's not an animal, that's a circle. Oh, this thing wants to... It's a balloon? Then why does it sing? Yeah, okay, fine. They can do whatever the hell they want. It's not real. What happens when you open a balloon's mouth? No, I can't do it. I was trying to squeak. Next, you're gonna tell me orbs in real life don't actually have faces. And they can't levitate. What the heck? But this one puts you to sleep. I don't think a balloon has ever put me to sleep. If anything, it's spiking my heart rate. Nidoran female! If I see that thing scroll across screen and it's purple, I'm gonna cry. What do we tell them? What? Orbs in real life are sentient and they know what you did. They've seen your search history. My search history isn't that bad. They're gonna be like, damn. This dumbass can't spell for shit. If you're so worried about your search history, why are you searching it up in the first place? Have you ever thought about that? Or have you ever considered casting aside your fear of judgment for doing something that other people probably also do? I regret nothing. Oh, you regret nothing. Good. You should live your life without regrets. Thank you for the meow redeem. Wait, no, a meow will scare away the rabbit. Cats probably hunt rabbits. I'm not fucking worried about my search history. The people who see my search history are the ones who should be worried. Exactly. Except, wait a minute. If I'm looking stuff up, that would scare someone. I could actually get in trouble. Haha. But, like, when people are like, oh, I don't want anyone to see my search history, it's like, because there's porn on it. And it's like, I don't fucking care if you're looking at porn. Do I want to know about it? Not particularly, but, like, you ain't the only one, bucko. Me? Thank you for the meow redeem. I mean, sorry. Yes, you... person listening are the only person ever who has looked up porn in the history of forever. And you should feel shame about it. Ridiculous. Harkening back to the days, you're like hiding a magazine or whatever. At least on your phone, it's more contained, I guess? I don't know. I'd only want to hide my search history if there was something I didn't want folks seeing on there. Oh no, porn, what a horrible thing that nobody else does. See, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like literally every instance I've seen of like, oh no, deleting my search history, it's porn related. And it's like, okay. Like that's, I don't need to know what you're looking at, but like, be so for real. Be so for real. This is not a bizarre thing to do. It's actually probably pretty normal, I'd imagine. What can I say? 16-year-olds think that porn is like the ultimate crime. True. But then also, is it only 16-year-olds? Is this just a manifestation of neo-Puritanism? It's peculiar. Is it? Is it? I don't think it is. It's uncommon. Okay, that's definitely not true. I promise you there are far, far, far worse things you could be doing. It's okay. It's not the average. I think it actually is the average. You're uncommon. You're an uncommon card. You don't even have a hollow pattern. I've had a thought pop up in my brain, but it's like I'm a Jigglypuff and someone poked a needle into my side and I just went, pew! I'm deflating. More of a super rare full art. No, but you're uncommon. I fear that the two simply cannot coexist. Oh no, you're Jigglypuff? I don't think so. Were I a pocket monster, I don't know which one I would be. Easiest answer would be Skitty, but I don't know. Jigglypuff, Downton, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Dumb question. Load and launch. Jigglypuffs and Smash Ultimate? I did not know that. Is Pichu there? Not Pikachu. Pichu. Pikachu is obviously there. Like, I know they got, like, that one cat that I hate, Incineroar. They have 12-year-old Ninja Frog, Greninja. Yes? Pichu? Why? There's so many pocket monsters they could pick, and they have Pichu. They've been in Smash since the beginning. Pichu came in Melee. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they have to be an Ultimate, do they? I mean, Waluigi's not there, unless he is now. Everyone's here. No, they're not. But somehow they got Sora in Smash. I still can't believe that they did that. What do you mean? I should finish 2. It's been years since I've started KH2, and I've not gotten past, like, the beginning. Because it's funny to win with Pichu. You know what? Good point. But imagine you could play as, like, why not? They wouldn't do that because they hate me. But, like, it'd be really cute. I like why not. I need to find my goddamn Nintendo DS Lite charger. Where is it? It's not with all of my other chargers. It's nowhere. I lost it. This sucks. It's gonna suck so bad when I have to clean it because I'll have to peel the stickers off of it, and I like the stickers. The stickers are Mystery Dungeon. Games that I've never played. And a kid was like, you don't even know what this is. Why do you have it on your DS? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's what I felt in my spirit. The self-damage does help since you'll be doing more damage and launch more at 100% damage. I thought Lucario did that. I thought Lucario did more damage if it take more damage. So whenever any character has the gimmick of they get hit, they get stronger, I'm like, oh my god, it's Lucario in Smash Bros. Whoa! Pointing! As opposed to like, oh my goodness, Yang from Ruby. Raise your hand if you care. Wow, nobody? That's crazy. Is that show over though? Is it finally being put out of its misery, or is it still going? It should have been put out of its misery a long while ago. Yeah. Bird. Maybe that's why the rabbits are so rare on this route, because the birds are hunting the rabbits. And also there's a balloon and a monkey sometimes. I feel like I've not seen a Mankey in a hot sec. Am I just not paying attention? Everyone does that, but Lucario has its own special version of that same mechanic plus more speed. I did not know that. Everyone does that? That's crazy. Can you tell that I've, like, literally never played Smash? I'd say I'm a fake fan, but I've never claimed to be a fan. I am but a passive observer. I don't care about the meta of your party game. Wait. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Ugh! Sorry, I saw something that annoys me very, very much. Something's on the wrong layer. When did it get on the wrong layer? I swear I fixed this. It's fun with friends, but you're not missing much. Well, then I have no reason ever to have Smash. Good to know. The mechanic is called Rage. It's kind of barely there or barely does anything for the character. Then why is it in the game? Is it fixable? Yeah, but I forget the button to do it. Because of the program that I use, you can't just like drag things in layers. You need to press a key. And I forget which key is forward and which key is back. But it is really annoying me. So let me let me actually see if I can fix it real quick, but I will have to hide. Me hide. All right, you motherfucker. Where are you? What layer are you on? Evil. Evil, evil, evil. We're pressing the E button a whole bunch. All right, did that fix it? I have to wait. Waiting. It didn't fix it. Oh my god. Wait. Oh no, wait, I clicked the wrong one. Wrong button. You can hear me mashing my keyboard. Did that fix it? Almost. Oh, you can't actually hear me mashing. It's fine. Surely that works. Okay, it's better now. Back. And I'm not gonna tell you what it was, because if I tell you what it was, then you'll notice it. If it took me 2 hours, 2.5 hours to notice it, you didn't notice it, probably. And if you did, why didn't you tell me? Has it been that way since... How long has it been that way? Maybe it's because I didn't save this version. Or did I? I don't know, did you? What was it? It's because, believe it or not, I wasn't looking at my model. I was looking at the screen. See, because you're not saying it, that tells me that you don't know. And that's fine, that's good. Because you shouldn't know. You shouldn't have noticed. Well, there's a Mankey. I keep forgetting that Mankey is on this route, by the way. Even though I see it fairly often. Sorry, Mankey, you're just kind of irrelevant. And also, I don't care for you. I'm definitely getting a shiny Mankey, by the way. I feel it in my bones. We're gonna be here for a while. Okay. Right, a lot of the Gen 4 songs have a lot of dead time at the end. Because there's, like, not a lot of good rips of them that are also of appropriate time. Oh yeah, wait, and now I can say this and jinx it in the process, but whatever. I've not gotten a copyright claim on any of the things that use the playlist that I've uploaded so far, which is a good sign. It means that they've not found me yet. But of course, I've not gotten. I'm so behind on uploading VODs. I'm like I'm a little over a month behind. But I have 3 queued up. They're gonna upload over the next 3 days. It's fine. It's whatever. Ugh. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I'll eventually get to uploading the rest of them, and then it'll probably cover a wider amount of the songs and see if any of them cause me any issues, which hopefully they don't. And then I could be like, okay, well, let me add something that I definitely know will cause me issues, and it's freaking Undertale Deltarune music. Ugh. I was listening to the Green Room song today for so long while drawing that by the time I ended, I'm like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This sucks. Ugh. Gotta listen to a song until it's unlistenable. I'm kind of the color of nidoran, but the 3D model version of it. Ugh. I love how I can't lean back in my chair. Because then I'm quieter. Daisy, what the heck? If Daisy were up, I would be summoning her here. But she's not. She's probably at Eep. I should be a Eep if I'm tired. Ugh. I think I slept kind of weird last night. I had weird-ass dreams. Dreams that I've had before, to be clear. But with, like, an interchangeable cast. But I'm like, damn. Literally nothing good ever happens in my dream. But it's a coin flip of, oh, do I have to walk, like, 10 dream miles to catch a train, or am I trying to lock all the doors and windows of this goddamn house so the long arm guy who's walking up to the house doesn't get in? Pick your poison. Gotta listen to a song until it's unlistenable. When I find a song I like, I do this, but it makes me sad when the song doesn't hit the same. See, what you gotta do is you gotta give it a couple months. You gotta give it a couple months until you don't remember what it sounds like, and then you go back and you're like, oh shit, this hits again. It works every time. But then, of course, if you're like me, you forget the song exists forever. And then you never find it again. Sad face. Yeah, no, that one dream with the freaking guy with the long arms. Dreams are so weird because I'm like, okay, I definitely remember being in this house structure before. Not like in real life, but like in dream. Because I think it was basically all glass. God, it was... I can see how it's laid out in my brain, but I can't explain it. But this guy outside, this is a new addition. Why did we have to add that? Brain? Why would you add that? Figured out if I sleep 12 hours, I can remember my dreams pretty good, but if I do 8 hours, I can't remember anything. Usually, I just can't remember anything, period. If I'm, like, dead tired, which I never am, I feel like I can often remember them. But yeah, usually it's nothing. When I took melatonin, I feel like I could remember them more often, but I don't anymore because it didn't really do anything for me other than make me have more dreams. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend more money on it. No, the thing that helped me sleep better was taking iron supplements, actually. Hashtag my anemia. If you're anemic and you can't sleep very well, you should take iron supplements. It may help you. I can't promise it'll help you, but it might. My blood tests are all good, though. Yippee. That means I'm not critically anemic. That was so funny. The first time I got blood tests, because I figured I was anemic for years just based on like I wake up, I get ready in 15 minutes, go to school, and I'm walking the rest of the way, and it's like I feel so heavy, like I'm gonna collapse. I cannot see. I'm like, okay, this is probably like I got low blood iron. I got no oxygen anywhere. And then actually getting blood tests like, oh yeah, no, your blood iron is so low. I'm like, oh, thank God. I feel vindicated. I can pay attention sometimes. And what do you know? That stuff doesn't happen anymore. But I also don't rush to get ready that fast anymore. Weird time. Low blood iron, so low, it's funny. So funny that it's like, oh, you need to do this now. Please give you iron supplements. I got a freaking prescription for it. You can just buy them. But I got a special prescription, and now I don't, so I just have like a big ass bottle of 300. Last me the whole year. Oh yeah, I guess random pro tip, if you need generic medicine, look at what the medicine is actually called, not like the brand name, because I promise somewhere out there's a bulk version of it that doesn't have the brand name that comes with way more, and it's gonna be way cheaper. Say this because I got a shit ton of allergy meds for like a third of the price, and it came with way more. Way more. Yeah, I figure that this is like a, yeah, we know. But just in case. I guess it's less this is the case, keep it in mind. The price disparity will be more significant than you might expect. Or it could be, I'm not going to promise it. There's a good chance it'll be more significant than you expect, and you can save a lot of money. Alright. Right now, I think that I might call it at 2,800. Just taking a gander at the time. Also, nidoran female. I've not been keeping track of how many I've seen ever, but it's probably like, I don't know, like 15 to 20 maybe? Which would make sense, just considering on average, every 100 encounters I will see, 1. Haha, 1. And then sometimes you'll see 3 in a row, but that's only a 1 in a million chance. Not like I'd know. I still can't believe that happened. That's a good sign. That means that this route likes me. And I will get what I want. This rat, but in blue. Dump some blue paint. What? 3 in a row. Yeah. Last night, I got 3 nidoran female in a row. So 3 1% in a row, I think, is 1 in a million. I wouldn't believe it either, but I literally recorded it. I have videographic evidence. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's the same odds of finding a shiny Dragonair in the Safari Zone, which is something I would much rather have done. Why did I have to lose it on 3 nidoran female in a row? Okay, the 1 in a million for shiny Dragonair in the Safari Zone is like kind of a misnomer, but whatever. But it is a 1%. But you're just also dealing with the 4096. And then, of course, that's not even the... Will you catch it? I think it would be really cool, though, for Safari Week this year, if I do have this game up, which I probably will. I'll probably fish. Because the odds of... Or the idea that I could get Dratini is super cool. Oh, wait. I think the... Maybe I'm thinking of 2 million. Maybe the 1 million is the odds that you will catch the Dragonair. Because no, finding it is 400 whatever thousand. But if you're doing optimal strats to catch it, that's much rarer. That thing's gonna run from you. And you're gonna cry. I'm not even sure if there is a documented instance of someone actually finding the Dragonair and catching it. The one person last year who did it, they cheated, so it doesn't count. They used save states to catch it. Doesn't count. So it would be cool if someone did it. And it's not going to be me, but, like, it would be really cool. But it's not going to happen. But, like, if something that ridiculous did happen to me, what would I even do about it? I would want people to know. This song already played. Oh, ad break starting soon. Meh. I hate advertisements. I hate TurboTax. Fuck TurboTax. FreeTaxesUSA.com, I think it's what it is. Don't pay to do your fucking taxes. It'd be cool if someone got a shiny and then have a 1 in a million chance to catch it. I was gonna say literally the Dragonair. No, it's just like, if you caught it, that would be like... Well, I can't be the only person who knows about this. Learn to do your taxes. Sucks that we even have to do our fucking taxes when the information is already out there and they make us do it ourselves for funsies. Fucking capitalism. But yeah. Don't pay to do your taxes. It's okay. Or you know what? You can pay someone to do your taxes. Don't pay TurboTax. That's what I'm saying. Don't pay TurboTax. Fuck TurboTax. They are... They're the reason why you have to do your taxes. All right? They're not the only reason, but they're one of them. US only issues. See, the Dragonair thing is like, if you caught the shiny Chansey in the Safari Zone, you have to tell someone about it. Because that's way too interesting to keep to yourself. Daisy looks angelic, secretly a little demonic. A little? Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. That's what I do. I have a tax guy. Yeah, see, like, if you're paying a person, it's like, well, you know, that's their job. You're paying for a service. You're not paying fuck-ass TurboTax who hate you. They hate you so much. They put their energy into lobbying the government, and so that the government won't do your taxes, so that you will pay them to do your taxes with them. Fuck TurboTax. Making our lives harder on purpose. For what? For money? Money ruins everything. That's the lesson of today. Money ruins everything. Daisy and her silly little cone, her silly little fabric cone. We just didn't want her to bite her stitches off. Because, like, obviously, they had to shave her leg to do the biopsy or whatever. And stitches and stuff, and she was biting at it. And it's like, no, we don't want you to do this. What if you break your stitches and you need to go back? No! But she wants out so badly. And I feel bad, but you can't eat your stitches. Good thing she's only have to do that once. The cone is usually used for when we have to trim her because she has no tolerance for other people giving her a haircut. She barely tolerates us doing it. It's to minimize chances of something bad happening. But she should love getting trimmed because she gets oodles and oodles and oodles of treats and peanut butter and cheese and whatever the hell we have to keep her occupied. Oh, my encounters per hour is almost at 262 again. Yippee! So I think it'll take about 30 or so hours to get to odds. Maybe more. I can't do math. But yeah, just for perspective. Well, we're a bit beyond bartering at this point. Nowhere near the technology for UBI to be feasible. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm like, well, if they really wanted to do it, they would figure it out. I'm thinking the main barrier is that our government fucking hates us. Oh dear. How do I delete the freaking message? Ah. Whatever. Thank you, Metal Pipe. Yes, thank you. I can't hear it, by the way. Oh, yeah, I added brackets next to it that say loud. Because I need you all to know what you're signing up for. Wait a minute, I should block that phrase. Yeah, because I was looking at my moderation settings earlier, and it's like, okay, I have literally no moderation because I'm like, well, it's never been a problem. More often than not, it just blocks random-ass messages. But I'm like, well, if someone wants to say a slur, they probably shouldn't be allowed to do that. But then, of course, a lot of my blocked phrases are just like, best viewers, by viewers, viewers, whatever related. It's bots. Top viewers with no, like, weird characters used to evade that type of stuff. I should put that there. Thank you, pipe_clang.sfx. My life is irrevocably changed. Well, that's good. Unless it's bad, in which case... there are worse things. Like me. Oh, woe is me. I don't have my blue rabbit. Censored hyperlink. No! They don't even put in a hyperlink because I imagine that the people who make the bots know that a lot of people don't, or just have like links turned off. So they do like name space .com or whatever. You kind of look like a blue rabbit. That's what I'm saying. I kind of look like Nidoran male, shiny Nidoran male. Anyway, do we support the headcanon that shiny Nidoran are trans? Especially shiny Nidoran male, because it's kind of the color of the other Nidoran, but it's Nidoran male. They're transgender. Yes? Good. Good, because you don't get a choice. If I put a horn on my head, it's like I'm a Nidoran. Except with downy ears instead of uppy ears. It would work even better if shiny Nidoqueen was also purple, but no. You can't win them all, I suppose. If shiny Nidoqueen was purple, I wouldn't consider it a phase in this hunt. Not like I'll get it. But if for some reason I did. The company knows the answer. You're only asked to see if you know what the answer is. Exactly. This is a rhetorical question. You don't have a choice in the matter. You either agree with me or you're wrong. And I guess you're allowed to be wrong, but like, only sometimes. Why don't you want the rabbit to be transgender, huh? Huh? Why? Why not? That's weird. That's strange. Next, you're gonna say you don't want me to be transgender, because I'm kind of like a blue rabbit. Complete coincidence, by the way. I just like Nidoking. And Nidoking has also always had a great shiny. And it's a shame that they moved it from route next to the Pokemon League to this place where it's a low percent. Why did they do that? I don't think I ever even checked what the odds of it are on that route. God, it's so cute. Little mousy. Both Nidoran are so adorable. They're literally perfect. Bunny. Okay, Route 22. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Nidoking gets Stomping Tantrum 20 years from now. 20 years from now. Yeah, its moveset in this game is probably shit. Oh yeah, it's extra shit because it's a stone evolution. And they hate those things. They get no moves. None. Which is why you gotta keep the shitty baby until it gets all the moves you want, because you can't evolve it. Or else it'll get no more moves. Nidoran mail. What are you? Yeah, in red, like original red, Nidoran is a 40% in that grass, as opposed to a 14% in this grass. Mankey is here in yellow. It's a 30% in yellow. So they literally just removed it from that route and made it a lower percentage here for funsies, I guess. If they didn't do that, my life would be way easier right now. There's a decent chance I would have already found it. But no, we're here for an unknown amount of phases. I'll only know when I get it. I swear to God, whatever the heck OBS does to filter out noise on my microphone, sometimes it just doesn't work, and then sometimes I'll make a noise and then it starts working again. So that's kind of weird, that's kind of strange, but I don't know enough about technology to understand how it works. Monkey. Correction, it gets Stomping Tantrum via TM. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Does it actually learn any moves post-evolving ever? Because I want to say I feel like they stopped doing that shit. If only because I feel like I feel almost gaslit by the games. I'm like, it used to be a mechanic where stone evolutions wouldn't learn any moves after evolving. So it's like, well, yeah, you could evolve them anytime, but you have to make the decision based on if you're okay with these moves. You do get Thrash at 22 and Megahorn at 43? I fucking knew it. We're talking Nidoking, right? Not Nidorino? Unless that was just, I've completely misunderstood the mechanic. It could also be a proxy of just older generations. The movesets that everything learns is abysmal. Yeah, Nidoking? Okay, okay. Well, that's nice. I mean, not moves that I'd particularly use. Might use Megahorn. But it's low accuracy, and low accuracy it's just... It's either 50% or it's 0%, you know? Or it's either 100% or it's 50%. You pick one. Verb. Regular bird. Okay, see, now I'm curious. Because I was thinking about Starmie specifically. Starmie. Starmie outfit. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Sorry, Pidgey. What the fuck? This is evil. Oh my god, this is... Oh my... help! I'm looking up Starmie and it just has a level up moveset. Like it's a normal Pokemon in Gen 9. But if you go to Gen 2, it's gonna be nothing. Wait, no, it does have moves. It learns Confuse Ray at 37. Maybe I'm just dumb. Okay, a Tackle, Harden, Water Gun. But they're all level 1. Okay, so maybe I just misremembered. But it's definitely their move pool is severely limited once evolving. You're not going to learn a lot of moves. You're not going to learn good, helpful moves. You're going to learn dinky moves. As opposed to trait evolutions, which I think have similar, if not identical, level up movesets usually to the pre-evolution. Yeah, when did this start changing? Gen 6. It started changing in Gen 6 because the level 1 moves are less dinky. You get Hydro Pump. This is still Starmie. In Gen 7, Spotlight. What move is that? What's Spotlight? Am I a fake fan? Why does it look like it holding a gun? Huh? I have never seen this move. It's Follow Me. Okay. Why? I have never heard of that move before. Today we learned. Okay. In Generation 8 is where it really changed because it gets a full move set. It's all at level 1. Yeah, it gets like Psybeam, Brine, Light Screen, Power Gem. That's good. But then you look at Staryu. Oh my god, wait. Did I learn that in a book? I was thinking about this earlier, about a specific book that I have that I probably got at like the Scholastic Book Fair or whatever. I was thinking about it earlier because I saw Mewtwo and I saw the book in my brain. And I specifically remember reading something like, wow, Mewtwo's like the strongest Pokemon ever. You need a Master Ball to catch it. And in my brain, I'm like, oh, you can only catch Mewtwo in a Master Ball, which isn't true. But I thought that for the longest time. Because the book said it. Nidorino learns its last move, Horn Drill, at 53. Yeah. The pre-evolutions of stone evolutions just learn more moves, generally. Once again, see previous statement, because they want you to make a deliberate choice. When do you want your strong guy? Do you want it now with dinky little moves, or do you want it later where you have to be stuck with the middle stage for a long-ass time, but you have better moves? There should be a strength ball? What? Yeah, let's look at Staryu's Gen 3 moveset. Yeah, you get all these moves. Sorry, it doesn't learn Psychic? I mean, it's not a Psychic type, but Staryu don't learn Psychic? It don't even learn Psybeam. Okay, this is Gen... Wait, this is Gen 3. Psybeam exists. Oh, like Quick Ball? What would it scale in your attack stat? Why the fuck this thing not even get Psybeam? That's so weird. It doesn't get anything. Does it ever learn a Psychic? It learns Psy-Wave in Auraz specifically. That's so funny. It gets Psychic also in Auraz. Thank you, Auraz. We're talking about Staryu. Alright, now I want to see Nidoking. What awful moveset am I going to be working with my Nidoking? Oh yeah, a thing that I also thought about is that, you know, Nidoking and Rhydon would both very much benefit from having Earthquake. Man, it would sure be a shame if none of them learned it by level up and I just had to deal with it. Yeah, that would be a shame. Oh wait, 2800! Yay! I'll keep going. I'm a liar. I was not paying attention. Thank you for saying that. I'm too occupied looking at these movesets. Resets go by a lot faster when I'm talking. We could just let's hang out together, and I'm extending my paw to you. What does this thing learn in Generation 6? Okay, yeah. It seems like Gen 6 is when they started adding better moves to relearn on Stone Evolutions, and Gen 8 is when they started having actual movesets. Which I like in theory. Actually, 5, 6... Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe it was just Starmie. Because this one is all level 1 as well. Oh, no, and it's like that. Wait, no, that's... Oh, is it? Oh, it's not in Gen 9. Nidoking is not in Gen 9. Fuck my stupid Chungus life. That's so weird. I like it because it means that you're not super punished for evolving your stone evolutions. You don't want to wait until like level 50 for them to learn all the moves that you want. But at the same time, it's like that was their thing. What they have to do, the happy medium, is to give the middle evolution better moves earlier, so you don't have to keep it until level 50. Yes. Excluding these fuck-ass games where they only learn, like, Poison Sting and Mud Slap and Fury Attack. Okay, you know what? Let's see Nidorino's Gen 3 moveset. Yeah, it's terrible. So attacking moves, it gets Peck, Double Kick, Poison Sting, Horn Attack, Fury Attack, and Horn Drill. Bladder's a Gen 3 move? Interesting. Can I have 4 channel points so I can hydrate? I'll do you one better. Whoa, thank you for the hydrate. I'll do that. Water's not warm enough. It's still kind of cold. Yucky. Yeah, no, this moveset sucks ass. It's so bad. Does Rhydon have any good moves? Does Rhyhorn have any good moves? I like how Nidoking and Nidorino learn 0 ground type moves normally. I mean, Nidoran too, but I wouldn't expect it to. Give me something to work with. You're giving me nothing. I heard the song play in 3 channels now. It is one of the most well-known popular Toho songs. I'm trying to think. If you think of Toho songs, you think of UN, you think of Flowering Nights, but that one specific remix. You think about Native Faith. You think about Necrophantasia, maybe. TLDR, yeah, the song's pretty popular. And that's because it's good. Oh my god! It learns Earthquake by level up. Huge. Okay, that's awesome. So Nidoking will also be able to have Earthquake. If there's a TM for it. I actually don't know if there is in this game. Yeah, that's actually, like, a decent moveset. That's crazy. Because it gets Rock Blast as well, which isn't the best, but it is a rock-type move. Horn Drill, yeah, baby. Earthquake and Mega Horn, but it is at level 52. What if I wanted to evolve? It learns it at level, like, 67. Beloved tomboyish girl. That one's not present, actually. I only include the ones that I like. I include the best hits. The ones where if they play like 3 times in a row, I'm not gonna get mad at it. I still don't like the key change in this song. My poor Ice Fairy. It's fine. I mean, I probably need to listen to the song again, but I'm like, meh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, I'm on Rhydon. It learns Earthquake at 58. I'm gonna be at the end of the freaking game before this thing has Earthquake. So that brings up the dilemma. Do I wait to evolve it for 12 levels so it can get Earthquake 6 levels earlier? Probably not. I'll just be level 60 or level 58 when we go beat the champion in like 5 months. I love my big rhino dinosaur thingy. Why this thing got a higher catch rate than Murkrow? Why? Its catch rate is 60. Murkrow's is 30. I swear to God, all these songs I've played before. Trivia. What is you supposed to be? Rhydon was one of the first ever Pokemon ever created. Sorry, I'm reading the trivia section off of Wikipedia. Yeah, that's my goat right there. I love you, Rhydon. Yippee! Rhydon's index number is 1 in Generation 1. You know what? I think that's actually might be one of the reasons why I like it so much. The other is because it's sick as hell. But then the other is, the lore is cool. It's like the first Pokemon. So I gotta put respect on its name. Since Rhydon's index number is 1 in Gen 1, a glitch Pokemon with an index of 0 or one that's greater than 152 will be Rhydon. I love you, Rhydon. Weird little dinosaur thingy. Meow. Blaine's Rhydon? Blaine has a Rhydon? Is this in the anime? Sorry, I'm looking at this so that I can... Wait, what? Rhydon shares its category name with Nidoqueen and Nidoking. That's so funny. Because they're both the drill Pokemon. That's also a total coincidence. I mean, is it really though? Rhydon and Nidoking are so similar. Of course if I like one of them, I'm gonna like the other one. They're the same. Except one comes in purple, and the other comes in gray. And Legends Arceus, boo! Wait a minute, what? Another reason why Legends Arceus sucks. In Pokemon's Legends Arceus, Rhyhorn and Rhydon cannot learn Thunderbolt, even though they were able to in all other games in which Thunderbolt could be learned outside a level up. Yeah, that's another thing I like about Rhydon. It can learn some weird-ass fucking moves. For no reason. It's so funny. Why did this thing know Surf? Nidoking can also learn Surf, I think. Which is why I'm like, oh, Nidoking will be my Surf Pokemon. Because why can that motherfucker surf? Yeah, I'm riding on my rock dino. It can swim. Okay, sure. Yeah, it suggests it's based off of rhinoceros, but it is also stated to have been created with a kaiju motif. Fair enough. Wait, various dinosaurs such as ceratopsids. You know, I was wondering what you would do if you ran into a water type with this team. Bird! Go, my bird! I am very weak to water types, though. And I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. Wait. Ceratopsids, are you saying that it could be similar to my favorite freaking dinosaur, Triceratops? Oh yeah, baby! That or Thunderbolt Rhydon, you know what? You're cooking. You're cooking. But I'm like, I want to save weird TMs for Venomoth. Because if I recall correctly, Venomoth can also learn a lot of TMs. Which is one of the reasons why I like it so much. It's because in Mystery Dungeon, it was really fun to use in, like, the Zero Isles where they put you to level 1. Because if you found a neat TM, there's a high chance that either Octillery or Venomoth can learn them. That's why I like them so much, by the way. Finding more reasons to like Rhydon, it's so cool. I'm glad to be spreading the propaganda. Alright, let's see what it can learn in Gen 3. Yeah, it gets Sunny Day, Ice Beam, Blizzard. Uh-huh, yeah, all this checks out. Thunderbolt, Thunder. Shockwave, Flamethrower. Fire Blast. Surf, yeah, it can surf. This thing's moveset is crazy. This rocks. Is it propaganda if it's true? See, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like Rhydon isn't particularly popular, so it's my propaganda. This is the coolest Gen 1 Pokemon. It's so funny seeing that it can learn Cut. Oh yeah, everything can learn Cut. It can learn Surf. Ah! Why can this thing learn Flamethrower? Why can this thing learn Ice Beam? Huh? That's so funny. The best part is it's not even good. But it's so funny. I might have to teach it one of those moves anyways, just for fun. Can Venomoth learn Psychic in this generation or no? We're looking at Venomoth's moveset. Yeah, we're planning. Keep in mind, a lot of these TMs might not be easily obtainable, and also are one use. Because they hate us. Can in the next game they not make TMs suck ass? Please? Yeah, all these songs I've played before. Wait, it learns Psychic by level up. I knew it learned Psychic. I knew it. It learns it at level 52, though. Psybeam at 36, though. That's not bad. What TMs can it learn? Why can it also learn Sunny Day? It can learn Giga Drain? Oh, wait. Yeah, I knew that. It can learn Sludge Bomb. It can learn Sludge Bomb? I was gonna say it can learn Sludge Bomb, but Nidoking can't. And then, wait, no. Nidoking probably can. Why wouldn't it be able to? You know, this thing can learn some good TMs. It's just that I'm going to have to find them. And then debate on what we do. That's gonna really suck for Arcanine and Flareon. Because Flareon is a stone evolution. Well, Arcanine is too. But Growlithe is a fire type. And Arcanine is also a fire type. Meanwhile, Eevee is not. Does Flareon get literally anything? This thing, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a 100% chance that I teach Flareon Return so that I can do something. It can do something with that attack stat. I think it's so funny that Flareon's got a crazy attack stat and nothing to do with it. Like, it's so funny. Why are you built like that? Wait, it has a normal level up moveset. Have I been lied to? Like, it gets flamethrower. It gets rain dance? Why? Wait, Shadow Ball would actually go kind of crazy. No? It's physical. Okay, this thing can learn some decent moves. Alright, and then Arcanine. I know, I'm just move planning. I think it's interesting. I feel like some moves are less whimsical as time goes on. Why can Rhydon do all those things? You see this rock dinosaur and all of a sudden it's firing a lightning bolt at you. Does Arcanine learn things? See, okay, yeah, Arcanine is a normal stone evolution. I guess because Eevees... Like, there's no way you're gonna get anything good on your evolution from Eevee just because they're different types. But with something like Growlithe or Staryu, makes sense. Alright, what does Growlithe learn? And this will be fine, because I think Arcanine has a better special stat. I don't remember, though. Alright. Its special attack is 70. Oh, wait, no, this is Growlithe. So if its attack and special are equal, it's probably fine. You see some rocks harness literally all the elements in front of you. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? We're blizzarding, we're fire blasting, we're thundering, we're surfing. What are you going to do about my sick ass dinosaur? Nothing. You just have to witness. 49 for flamethrower is crazy. And I'm gonna end up doing it because Flareon needs it more. Or maybe not. Maybe because Flareon learns it eventually. I don't know. That's the problem for future me. And I'm not even bothering to look at Pidgeot's moveset. I know it's gonna be bad. It's gonna get Fly. We're gonna click Fly. Is Return even... Wait, is Return even in this game? Is it repeatably accessible? I hope so. Return's a good move. Please. With all this running around, they're bound to love me. TM27, my beloved. Might be my favorite TM. Route 12. Oh no. You can only get it once. Only once. Oh dear. It's all fun and games until the power of lightning causes Rhydon to explode like a Power Ranger villain. Why would Rhydon explode to the Thunderbolt? It's immune. Also, I think Rhydon can have Lightning Rod, although I don't know if that's in Gen 3. So it will literally attract the electric move and be fine. Yeah, it has Lightning Rod or Rock Head. I knew it. Oh, in Gen 3, this sucks. It just draws electric moves. Which is fine because it's immune to it, but... Yeah, and all the other ones, it's a lot better. Because it also ups your special attack. Well, no, it only starts doing that in Gen 5, so it sucks in Gen 4 as well. Then I think Rockhead prevents recoil, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, Rockhead, you don't take recoil, so... I guess if that's a... Oh, nidoran female. If both of those are an option in Gen 3, I would like for mine to have Rockhead, but both will be good, and I will love it either way. Do you like how it's a coin flip if I say either or either? Jigglypuff. Alright, well, it's looking like I'm not going to find anything today, but also last time I said that I found a rat. Ah, shit, a rat. But... I mean, that's to be expected. I didn't expect to see anything today. I'm just glad that I gotten like a solid 900 encounters in. 900 and some change. My team's so busted. People on shiny badge quests trying to plan out making their team good, and I'm like, see, I don't understand doing the shiny badge quest. You don't do the dream team quest because you want to, or you don't want to phase. Meanwhile, I don't want to do a shiny badge quest because what if I end up with 8 things that I don't care about? What if I end up with my starter, Rattata, Voltorb, Spearow, Geodude? What am I gonna do with all these? I guess after a while I could be like, alright, fuck it. Screw all of you. I'm going to look for Articuno. I'm gonna go get Zapdos. I'm gonna do Game Corner. Yeah. But I want to like my team. That's the TLDR. And sure, I'll like them if they're all shiny. But I'll like them even more if they're my faves. What's cooler? Having a shiny of something that you think is fine, or me getting a blue rabbit that I'm gonna really love. Yeah, not all my children are equal. Nine more encounters. I'm actually paying attention this time. Wait, no, my average encounter per hour has gone down slightly. No! That's my number go up. Trying to make the average as high as possible. And this hunt is slightly faster than the other one. Route 1, hell. Because that one was about like 220 encounters an hour. And this one's about 260. Which is nice. I guess it's the running shoes buff. So not a ton, but definitely adds up over time. Which is good, because I need all the help I can get. 14%. I keep mixing it up. Because 14% is such a weird number, but they did it because they have nidoran itself as 15%. It's just that 1 is more common, and they made the thing stupid. Because nidoran is 2 Pokemon instead of 1 when it should be 1. Because I think if you breed a nidoran of either gender, you can get eggs of either one. Because they're the same. But they're never going to change it because of marketing! Alright, last 2 encounters. 1. Bink. And... Alright, last encounter. And it is a normal Pidgey. I'm not sure if that's a bad sign or not. But that is kind of funny. Alright, well, we didn't find anything today, but as I kind of literally just said, I didn't expect to. Thanks for the meow. But we made good progress. So if I do, if I hunt tomorrow, which, I will, and we do this, we should definitely for sure Z's get to half odds. If I'm super into hunting, Might even get to 5K, which would be slay. I really feel like this phase is going to go over odds, but that's also in my brain. And look, I realize not how statistics works. Literally, like, all of my recent hunts have gone under odds. Like, all of them. And I'm like, I have to go over eventually. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense. And in my brain, I'm like, oh, the more under odds I get, that means I'm going to hit a crazy insano mode over odds streak. And it's like, no, that's not how statistics work. It's just like the average, on average, about a third of hunts go over odds. I'm like, a third is pretty significant, and like, I haven't hit it in a while. That's weird. You know what? It's just making it up for how nightmare it was to get Larvesta doing a method. That's what I'll say. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Have a good night, everyone.